And welcome to the Mariners versus Astros game. This is Rooftop Mariner along with the Jays Trident podcast. And the Mariners are going to Houston coming off of 2 series wins in a row against quality teams, with the exception of yesterday being a disappointment, but not a surprise, as I would like to assume that they did kind of low-key tank that game. So, but now we're moving on, and looks like George Kirby, thank goodness, is going to be the starter for today, because we thought the minor leaguer was going to get the start, which would have been a very ill-advised idea.
Yeah, a little scary yesterday. DC Talks Anime. What is up? I know you're sub to me. Go sub Rooftop as well. And I got to get sub to your channel here. And once I find it, I'll click on it. And yeah, we had a little, well, it was some, I guess the new pitcher, Campbell, is that it? The new pitcher
Campbell from Double-A Arkansas. A little surprising it wasn't Emerson Hancock or Prulander Baroa.
Thought it would be Baroa for sure, especially since they went with someone not on the 40-man. Well, that was my first assumption, to get the random 40-man. But yeah, I guess he went to Arkansas or something, and some Arkansas account tweeted that he was coming up and was going to start. So I think there was some confusion. I think they just meant to say he was coming up, but it got a little confusing. And it was Curtis Rogers, I think. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, they're doing an opener before George Kirby. I'm like, if that's the case, put me on the fire, everybody. Like, train if they were going to do that. I will.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been like, Scott Service, what are you doing once again? And also, some controversy that I would like to bring up that no one really has is there was a little interview on John Stanton stating that he believes that the team offensively can stay as is. Now, as much as I have defended this offense more than anyone else compared to every Mariner YouTuber combined, there still needs to be fixings on this offense, which includes still solidifying that second base spot and still solidifying the designated hitter spot, and maybe a little bit of outfield depth, since Jared Kelenic has been struggling quite a little bit over the last month. He has only hit like 1 home run since his dominance of his first 2 months in April and May. So yeah, as much as I say the pitching needs help, like the bullpen, and even just maybe one more decent starter, the offense is still not okay as is. And it really just proves that John Stanton is just completely out of touch from this organization. He's just no different from Howard Lincoln when he was running the show, and Chuck Armstrong. And the fun fact is, Howard Lincoln, formerly CEO of the Seattle Mariners, and John Ellis, the other former CEO of the Mariners, they are still board of directors of the Seattle Mariners, so they certainly have the influence on the payroll.
Yeah, let me just send this real quick. I got some people. For some reason, YouTube didn't take down my other stream I set up, even though I deleted the scheduled stream. So let me just get that.
Yeah, take your time on that. And I think there was an interview from Jerry DiPoto yesterday about how the Mariners offense can improve. And then I guess there was some mixed results on that one. But either way, the Mariners absolutely got to improve for the later half of the season.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It's a great point, especially on. I apologize trying to get that prepared. I didn't hear all of it, but I agree 100%, especially on Kelenic. Because I mean, the guys have 2 home runs in 2 months. I mean, he's being carried by his April, which that's great. April was fantastic for him. I think too, what Stan's probably trying to do is, like, you say that because then if no moves are made, you can defend it, because you come right out and say that we need to do this, this, and this, and it doesn't get done, then it's bad PR. So I think it's just a little bit of covering for, some stuff if something doesn't happen. But yeah, there's no way they can't look at second base, even DH a little bit, although Ford's been great. Outfield position, especially the depth there. I think you hope Gino comes out of it, but even third base, I don't think there's much you can do there. I think you just got to hope Gino has a big second half. But, and yes, Flick, I was trying to – I don't know why YouTube – welcome in, Flick. I don't know why it won't let me take down that other stream. I'm trying to delete it, and it's, like, not letting me. So I don't know why it's doing that. I deleted it in StreamYard, but for some reason YouTube will not let me take it down.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should keep it for like the watch hours purposes, but
I know, yeah. People just kind of have to do it. Just put up
yeah,
live stream.
watch hours. But today's matchup, we've got George Kirby as we have expected and should have expected against Blanco. He has a 4.73 ERA, and with that combination, you would think the Mariners offense can actually step up because usually George Kirby does not get that much run support as he deserves. So hopefully someone on the Astros with a slightly high ERA can do the job. And to look at Houston, they are only 2 games back from the division with being in the wild card. So Texas better watch out. And that's why they decided to make those moves. And now it's like it was a panicking move because they have been struggling over the past 10 games, only 4-6. And the Mariners actually playing better than them in the last 10 games. They're now sitting at 42 and 43. It just seems that they just cannot get above 500. And I'm trying to remember the last time they were above 500. Feels like it's been since opening day.
They a couple times they got over 500 against Detroit. They did it. And then when they swept that Oakland series, the 4-gamer, I think they actually got 3 games above 500 then after the Pirates series, but then they fell back flat. I mean, they've gotten like a game above, but then they lose 2 in a row. Like they
that
just
June month really did hurt. And and now for the Mariners, in terms of their standings perspective, we've got 42 and 43, as I've already said. Only 8 games back and 5 games back from the wild card. So contention is still very much in there. I know that there was one little stretch of a week where Mariners fans were asking, should they sell? Absolutely not. If anything, they should be buying, not even standing pat. If they stand pat, we could count on another 2002 and a 2003.
Standing pat would be the worst thing they could do. I mean, honestly, that's about the worst thing this team could do is just not make any sort of progress or additions or, if you're going to do anything, I mean, you're better off selling than standing pat because they do have some valuable pieces that if they fall out. But yeah, the worst thing to do is stand pat, in my opinion.
Yeah, stand pat. And like the last thing we need another 2002 and 2003. And the worst part of the 2002 part was years later when Lou Piniella was inducted into the Mariners Hall of Fame. John Ellis, in a book written by Lou Piniella, he whispered in his ears going, hey, we really should have went for it in 2002. And I'm thinking, yeah, way to tell him that like 12 years too late.
Right. And Flick, Malone didn't get set down. He got DFA'd. Poor Tommy Malone. I mean, it's part of the business as a minor league starter, but the guy comes up and always seems to give a quality start. Not that he was that great yesterday, but he limited the damage. And then, he's DFA'd, the life of a 8th starter in a rotation. Yet, maybe late May, Flick. And then, Stefan, what is up, my man? I apologize for the other link being up. I'm really annoyed by that.
Yeah, for sure. And now they're showing on the TV, they're talking about George Kirby and his all-star credentials. And speak of, Mariners have 4 all-stars into the all-star game. One of them doesn't count. Well, maybe 5. We've got the Mariner Moose. We've got Julio Rodriguez, George Kirby, La Piedra, Luis Castillo, and Scott Service. Only because of Dusty Baker said so. It's funny that 2 of those all-stars were filled in because of a Houston Astro. Julio filled in for Yordan Alvarez, and Scott Service only got it because Dusty Baker did him a favor. And in a rival's perspective, I wouldn't have done that. But now they're showing the lineup. We got Marcio Dubon, Alex Bregman, Kyle Tucker, Jose Abreu, Yainer Diaz, Chaz McCormick, Jeremy Pena, Corey Julks, and Martin Maldonado. So still a formidable matchup for Houston, no matter how much they've been struggling. Yep, Flick, I'm absolutely stretching those all-star numbers. And here's the lineup for the Seattle Mariners. We got J.P. Crawford, Julio Rodriguez, Ty France at number 3. I'm not liking that decision. Teoscar Hernandez, Jared Kelnick, Eugenio Suarez, Cal Raleigh, DH Mike Ford, and Jose Caballero. Now, this is like the lineup, the model offense I do like as of now, but just not Ty France at number 3. Maybe like put Ty France at number 2 or number 5 spot is what I'm thinking. But they have been showing. Last time the Mariners did play the Astros, they did win the series. And yes, it was a depleted team, But hey, they still took advantage. So you got to take advantage every second they could get. And oh, look, I made the ticker for that. Something that the Jay Trident showed us, which I really do appreciate. And they're talking about the All-Star game, but they were talking about the Celebrity All-Star game as well. Something I've wanted to go to, just so I can see Brett Boone flip his bat. I am still at TBA on that one if I would like to go. It just depends on my scheduling, but anything is possible. A wild boar. Ahoy, lads. Ahoy. Arg. And flick of the switch. You do like the lineup, but I don't, because I don't like Ty France as a number 3 hitter. I prefer him as a number 2, or maybe a number 5 or 6. Maybe that sounds crazy. Flick of the switch says, sure, blame the tech. Well, I don't know what that. Oh, yeah, the phone stuff, yeah. But you still got to love technology once in a while, don't you? Now, before the game starts, I thought since I would show this interview from Jerry DiPoto, but it's going to be too long, but maybe we'll just play it as we go and just go from there. Because it is there was some kind of information on there that we should probably share. And I don't think they'll copyright me anyway.
The Jerry DiPoto Show, presented by Seattle Pump and Equipment on Seattle Sports.
Well, Jerry, it's been a little better week than the last couple of weeks jumping aboard. I know these doggone Wednesdays, these Wednesdays, every Wednesday, I'm like, come on, just find a way to win on Wednesday because Jerry's joining us on Thursday. But it's been a great week, a couple series wins against some very, very good baseball team. From your perspective, take me into the last 6-7 days of baseball that you've watched your team play.
I think we've played great. Honestly, it's both the Rays series and here.
Man, this is such a cover-up statement.
Giant series. We've done the things that we needed to do to get back on track. We're playing better offense. We're finding ways to score runs, and it's a positive step.
Jerry, take us through the Chris Flexen trade and what was not only your goal, but talk us, how it kind of came about and your goal and what kind of flexibility it might have given you in the end run.
Yeah, I mean, you make trades for a lot of different reasons. In this case, some combination of Chris it was an opportunity to find him an opportunity, and whatever that meant. And we discussed with 29 other teams the potential for finding that. Ultimately, what we did with the Mets is we attached Trevor Gott. Sometimes you make trades for the benefit of what's happening on the field. Sometimes you make trades for the benefit of what's happening on the business. And it was more of a business decision than a talent decision, and we made that.
It was clearly a talent problem decision
that we would make over and over. And Trevor did a good job for us. Chris, for 2 years, was one of the most productive pitchers we had. This was not one of those years, and we made a decision that we thought was smart for the future of the organization.
If the trade line's been warming up a little bit, the phone conversation's getting a little busier, or is it just all draft and draft talk right now?
We're not really there yet. It's mostly draft talk. And we talked about this last week. We are dead in draft talk. It's 10 hours a day talking through how these players line up for us, and it's 29 other teams doing the right thing. And the closer we get to the start of the draft, which is this coming Sunday, the more prominent that becomes. So, not shockingly, we are with 3 first-round picks. We're dialed in. This is what we're doing right now, and the other teams are in the same boat. And about next Thursday, we'll start really humming on what's happening as far as the trade deadline.
When it comes to this draft, Jerry, a couple questions. The NFL draft seems to be about a 3-month process that they, through the combine, pre-draft workouts and everything, have just kind of dominated so much of the marketing leading up to that draft. And we have a whole month that's called lying season, right? All they do is, lie and try to manipulate that thing. It doesn't feel like the MLB draft works in that same kind of manner. And I don't know if it's more collegial between the general managers. Is he work into that draft? Can you kind of take me behind the scenes of how well you feel like this first round is going to go come Sunday?
It's funny. We had an opportunity when we were in New York. So this is now about 10 days ago. When we were in New York, we had an opportunity to go visit with the Brooklyn Nets and get a feel for how they executed the draft. Much different style of draft. It's a couple of rounds, 2 rounds. It's not what we do in 20, which is a very shortened version of what we historically have done. The Major League draft, the Major League Baseball draft is very different. It's the only draft that happens while a live season is going on among the major sports. We are watching, both.
Probably not much to get out of that one, but he's basically saying the offense is better, no plans on trading, and saying how much he saved money on the getting rid of Trevor Gott and Chris Flexen. And unfortunately, Chris Flexen, it's been very unfortunate to see where he has been, because we do miss that 2021 Chris Flexen that we only got for a season. It's too bad he wasn't there for 2022 and 23. And I did say before that Trevor Gott was not going to be the ideal signing to help save the bullpen.
Yeah, and I think truthfully, there's Trevor Gotts all over the place. So from the Mariners' perspective, you save the money on Chris Flexen, and that's where the business decision aspect comes in. You don't want to pay Flexen $4.5 million, and then you go out and get you have to give up a Trevor Gott, which if you want Trevor Gott back, honestly, you could probably get him back. And there's like 30 Trevor Gotts sitting. I mean, Ty Adcock has come up and been fantastic. These guys are laying around everywhere. So to me, I was fine with that move.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but I mean, I wasn't even fine signing him in the first place anyway.
Well, he helped get rid of the Flexen contract, so from that
I guess so. I guess that was a way to do it. Now the Mets are picking that up, and as if they have not been spending a lot of money, as if they're already spending money on Bobby Bonilla to this day until 2035.
Right. Yeah, it's incredible. I don't understand what the Mets were doing with that trade, to be perfectly honest. That one surprised me. I don't get why they would want Trevor Gott when they're like 11 games out, and I don't know why they wanted to eat the. So they essentially, the Mets were willing to pay Chris Flexen to get Trevor Gott. That just seems weird.
Maybe they were trying to do the reverse Paul Sewald move, because I remember Paul Sewald was considered the trash in New York, so maybe they're trying to do the opposite and thinking, oh, this will be our Paul Sewald.
Good point. Could be that for sure.
But other than that, who really knows? And looks like the game is here in about 6 minutes. And until then, I will show this rememberable video. Since the Mariners are playing Houston, reminds me of this. I know I probably played this endlessly, but I'm going to play it again anyway. If it even shows up based on the algorithm, that's what I try to do. All right. Nope. Just do it this way.
I'll have my other stream deleted here in just a second. Still no Mike Blowers.
I know, it's pretty concerning.
Yeah, I know he's had some issues.
For the Houston Astros. You may remember him as the man who hit the game-winning home run in Game 1 of the American League Division Series, which helped the Astros end the Mariners' first playoff run since 2001. But how did we get here? Well, you're not going to believe this. What if I were to tell you the Mariners were the ones that actually got Alvarez on the team? I know it sounds crazy, right? Well, here it is. It might just blow your mind. It was 2007 when the Mariners finished the season 88-74 when Felix Hernandez was in his second full season. Richie Sexson and Adrian Beltre were the main offensive power hitters, and Ichiro was the main star of the team. Unfortunately, the Mariners missed the playoffs by 6 games to the New York Yankees for the wild card spot, and also 6 games to the Los Angeles Angels for the AL West division. The season they had was actually considered a success compared to the last few seasons under their general manager at the time, Bill Bavasi. That guy who was notorious for signing players that were either past their primes or were just not good to begin with, and traded away much of the farm system, such as giving up Asdrubal Cabrera and Shin-Soo Choo. Expectations for the 2008 Mariners were high because of the 2007 season.
Mariners baseball, the mojo's rising.
Bill Bavasi went all in for Eric Bedard. He finished 5th in the Cy Young Award voting in the American League for the Baltimore Orioles last season, and hopes to strengthen the starting pitching staff, which was plagued by Jared Washburn, Horacio Ramirez, and Jeff Weaver. Are you But the doing pieces offense that or were given
defense?
up
Which
were
one
did we do last astronomical. time?
I did pitching last, so I think, but everyone can do that.
Tony Butler, Cam
I'll
McCollios,
do
pitching this
Chris
time. You do the
Tillman,
offense. George
Perfect.
Sherrill, and Adam Jones. Yes, that Adam Jones who went on to be an all-star. Eric Bedard's time in Seattle was pretty underwhelming, as he suffered multiple injuries throughout his time in Seattle, which included missing the entire 2010 season. To give up that many assets for a guy who had limited availability, knowing that the Orioles got was proven to be one-sided. The 2008 Mariners went ahead and lost 101 games despite a payroll of over $100 million. But hey, at least Felix Hernandez hit a grand slam.
He's 1 for 8. He got his base hit down in San Diego. And sends a drive to deep right center field. That baby is going to be fly away. Get out the rye bread and mustard grandma.
And Richie Sexton got into a fight.
Property of the Boston Red Sox. Look out. Whoa, hey now. This will get something started. Whoa. Holy moly. This is not the spark I was looking for.
As for the Orioles, Adam Jones became one of the centerpieces as a 5-time All-Star. George Sherrill was an All-Star in 2008, and even Chris Tillman became an All-Star later in his career. To say that this trade was a disaster for the Mariners would be a complete understatement, but we're not done here. Fast forward to 2011, the Seattle Mariners got Eric Bedard back from injury and performed pretty well. With decent starting pitching of prime Felix Hernandez, rising star at the time Michael Pineda, solid pitchers of Doug Fister and Jason Vargas, the Mariners found themselves just 2.5 games back in the division. But a terrible 17-game losing streak doomed their season, and the Mariners would go on a fire sale at the trade deadline. On July 31st, the Mariners under general manager Jack Zduriencik traded away Eric Bedard and prospect Josh Fields. Flick, because it's the truth. Here was the package. The Mariners got in return Trayvon Robinson from the Dodgers. Everyone else lies about them. The Red Sox got Eric Bedard and Josh Fields from the Mariners. Now pay attention to that guy, Josh Fields, for later in this video. And here was the package that the Dodgers got from the Red Sox. The only memorable player the Mariners got was Trayvon Robinson, who made a great catch against the Angels following the trade, but was out of the major leagues after the 2012 season. Eric Bedard would go on to pitch until 2014 as a journeyman. Now back to Josh Fields. Now why does he matter? Josh Fields was picked up by the Houston Astros when they were in the National League in the 2012 Rule 5 draft from the Boston Red Sox. Now, if you're wondering what the Rule 5 draft is, check out this video from Out of Here Baseball and the details will be given. Josh Fields would become a regular pitcher in the bullpen during the rebuilding years of the Houston Astros, which did include a 2015 playoff appearance. His time there was up and down, with decent numbers to say the least. In the 2016 trade deadline, the Astros traded Josh Fields to the Dodgers, who were looking to add depth to their bullpen for this prospect. Now, I want you to take a guess. I want you to just take a guess on who this prospect is. Yordan Alvarez. Josh Fields went on to pitch a couple more seasons for the Dodgers. Alvarez blossomed into a star, including his 2019 season, where he hit 27 home runs, 78 RBIs with a .412 on-base percentage in just 87 games. He is now an all-star for the Astros and became the Mariners killer of the 2022 American League Division Series, and that the Mariners have to deal with him in the American League West. And yes, I get it. Mariner fans hate Yordan Alvarez because of his performance against the Mariners, but don't get upset at him for beating the Mariners, and maybe don't even get upset at Scott Service for putting in Robbie Ray against Yordan Alvarez. Maybe you should be upset at the Mariners for their past incompetent general managers for setting up the Mariners for eventual failure in the playoffs because of these awful trades. Bill Bavasi for making one of the worst trades in Mariners history, and Jack Zduriencik for not getting a better return on that trade. Thanks for watching, and if you do like more videos like... And thank God Yordan Alvarez is not available today. Otherwise, it would have been a really long series, and looks like the game is about to begin. So, Mr. Trident, you are calling this game on the offensive end. Hope all is well. Yeah, all is going. I hope all is well. I would hope so.
We had a weird start there. I don't know what that was, but Blanco was in the middle of the pitch, got called back. Here's the first pitch to JP. Swung on and fouled off at 94. Ronel Blanco on the mound for the Astros. He is 2-0 with a 4.73 ERA. 39 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 40 innings, so can get a little wild, not a big strikeout guy. His 0-1 pitch. JP going to fly to left field. Jolks, the left fielder, is under it. He's got it for a quick out number 1. Mariners do have the pitching advantage today, so this is, if you're going to get a win in the series, this would be a good one to get. That will bring up Julio Rodriguez. Julio 2 for 4 last night with a double and a single. Been pretty hot his last few games. Would like to see a little home run pop coming from Julio. Blanco is set, and his pitch to Julio. Outside, ball 1 at 95. Maldonado doing the catching tonight for the Astros. Julio this season versus Houston, 154, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. Here is the 1-0 to Julio. Misses down low, 2-0 at 95. And Mariners haven't gotten... Yeah, the Mariners don't have the... Maybe because they have the All-Star patch this year. That's why I don't have the jersey ads. Maybe next year that's coming. Blanco is ready. His 2-0 to Julio. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Slider at 89. 3 Mariners had multi-hit games yesterday, yet 0 runs. A little bit of a frustrating one, but a good series in San Francisco. The 2-1 pitch. Outside slider, 3-1. Good count here for Julio. This Flick's second batter is up. We got Julio up. I apologize if I am a little behind. I streamed these, so you guys might be a little ahead of me. The 3-1 pitch to Julio. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Oh, can you pause for a few seconds?
95. Yep. It's kind of standing outside the box right now. That's where I'm at, just so you know.
Julio's at 3-2. Yep, he's still outside the box.
Yep.
Now he's back in the box.
Okay, you're going to be a little ahead of me. That's all good. He's just got back in for me. The 3-2 to Julio. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 quick outs here for Blanco, and that will bring up the number 3 hitter tonight is Ty France. Julio did a nice job getting the count to 3-2, but swings through 95. Blanco is ready. Astros 13th in strikeout rate amongst starting pitchers. Here's the pitch to Ty. Swing and a miss on a slider, strike 1. Oh,
and they're just chasing him. There've been a bunch of chasing going on already. Sounds like they looked at that ERA too much into it.
The 0-1 pitch to Ty. And my TV froze. It's a strike. I don't know if he swung and missed or not, but it's 0-2.
He swung and missed.
Okay, thank you. It literally froze, and I saw the ump go like this. So 0-2. Ty.
Hey, Jacob, how's it going?
The 0-2 to Ty France. Fouls it off at 94. Blanco at, how many pitches? 11 only. See, the Mariners can maybe get a base runner here and get that pitch count up a little bit. The 0-2 to Ty France from Blanco. Pops it up. Maldonado giving it a look. It's going to get out of play. So we will do the 0-2 again. Not a great start here from the Mariners. JP flew out. Julio struck out, tying an 0-2 hole. But it's just the top of the first. So no panic yet. Ty steps back in. And Blanco's 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a sliding.
Horrible swing. What was that?
Pretty awful at bats against a pitcher that's been not great this year. 1, 2, 3, go the Mariners. It's the Mariners nothing, and the Astros coming up.
So bad, I got to play a commercial.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And once again, if you need that phone number, 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, use that promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first use. Yep, very uninspiring start to say the least, and so many people feel more pain just because I put in the insult to injury because of the commercial. But we've got another inning to go, another 8.5 to go. Hopefully they will bounce back, at least get a shutout inning out of this one. Because it is the Houston Astros. They are quietly on the rise once again, as we expected. And here's the lineup once again. We got Marcio Dubon, Alex Bregman, Kyle Tucker, Jose Abreu, Yainer Diaz, Chaz McCormick, Jeremy Pena, Corey Yulks, and Martin Maldonado. So hopefully the Mariners can figure out something out of this one. Some of the original teams are still there. Got Alex Bregman and Kyle Tucker, some of the originals, and somehow Houston's still been able to hold up. It's what happens when you have a farm system, and a ground ball right to JP, throws the first, and it's in time already. 1 pitch, 1 out. Let's make it 3 pitches, 3 outs.
Logan Gilbert did that on Tuesday, Tuesday.
What would you call that? The immaculate 3-pitcher?
Yeah, Logan Gilbert's second inning against the Giants on the 4th had a 3-pitch inning. I didn't even realize it.
Definitely played a role in the complete game. Suarez seriously needs a day off. Yes, absolutely, I agree, because the guy just whiffs at everything. Here is Bregman, the pitch, and that is a strike. Strike 1 to Alex Bregman, one of the stars, or one of the well-known players for the Houston Astros. Camera going to Scott Service. Here's the 0-1, and swing, and it's a foul ball. Career versus George Kirby. Alex Bregman's 0 for 2. Hopefully they can make it 0 for 3. And I see that 13 of you are there. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel, as I'm trying to get to 700 by the end of July. And I'll explain at the commercial break. Here's Kirby. Here is the 0-2 pitch. And that is a ball. It sounds like he lost a little bit on that one. Blanco was just recalled from AAA. Bregman, he's waiting. 4 pitches in so far. And here is the 1-2. And that is another ball. Ball 2. Already 5 pitches on, or I was like, no, 4 pitches on Bregman. And also, if you guys are willing to, hit some donations so I can buy some Mariner tickets. And here's the 2-2. And here's a ground ball to Caballero. Throws the first, and it is in time. What a play by Caballero. I was just so shocked. I thought that was going to go through, but what a play by Jose Caballero. Jose Caballero, proud of himself for that. And it nearly went into the middle, and Caballero didn't give up on that, and it was out. Nice play for Jose Caballero.
The depth behind Suarez has been so bad, it's hard to give him a day off.
Pretty much. Yeah. Something that the Mariners weren't prepared for. Here's Kyle Tucker. Takes it for a ball. It is a 1-0 count. Mariners, nothing. Astros, nothing. Top of the first. Bottom of the first, shall I say. And here is the 1-0. And that is a ball. 2-0.
Real nice play by Caballero.
Yep, they're showing that replay. It was could be one of the top plays of the season. And here's Kirby with the 2-0. And that is a strike. Had a nice little slider in there that snuck it right into the strike zone. 9 pitches for Caballero, or for Kirby. Man, I'm off today. Here's the 2-1, and here it is. And that is a foul ball, strike 2. Something you like. You like doing foul balls on a strike 1. Gives you the upper hand for strike 2. But you don't want to give up any more foul balls than that. Kyle Tucker does not strike out very often. 13.1 rate. Less than the MLB average. And here is the 2-2 pitch. And that's a foul again. Really proves how difficult it is to strike out such a guy named Kyle Tucker. Kata Kirby. Wow. Man, flick of the switch is really holding me accountable. 11 pitches for Kirby. Clock is going down, and here's the 2-2. And that ball barely escaped the strike zone. Now it's a full count. Although they did get their first 2 batters out, it has been quite a challenge on this one. You got to get the pitch count down to avoid bullpen use because they were used quite a bit last night. So Kirby's going to have to go a little bit deeper. Here's the 3-2, and that is ball 4. Take your base. And Kyle Tucker, one of the more disciplined players in the league when it comes to strikes and balls. Now there's a man on first, and there goes the perfect game. Had a perfect inning going so far. The umpire was on track on that one. Hate to say it.
I mean, it could have been if you would have called a strike, guys, that one to me is borderline. That's 50-50. Sometimes that's a strike, sometimes it's not. Like, I get that being called. If it would have been called a strike, we've been fine with it, but I think that's a fair call.
And here's the pitch, and it's a foul ball, strike 1. Kirby threw a 97 on that one.
It certainly would have been nice to get that call, though. I do agree.
Still 0-1. Jose Abreu, 7 home runs, 45 RBIs. He's waiting. He's really being patient with this one. And here's the 0-1. And that is a fly ball, foul ball. Or is it good? Nope, not even a chance. Yeah, 2-2 should have been a K maybe, but what can you really say?
It was borderline. And when things are borderline, they're 50-50. Like, you can't get too up in arms on that. You know what I mean?
And they're showing the replay because they were thinking that maybe it should have been a strike. But it is what it is. Still got to get yourself out of it.
Yep.
Jose Abreu. Oh, and time has been called.
Abreu's had a mini power surge. I remember when they were in Seattle, he had no home runs, and that was a big thing. So he's up to 7, so he's at least had a little bit of a...
Reminds me when Albert Pujols took a month to hit his first home run with the Angels, and the Mariners just happened to be the first one to give it up, and I was there for that.
Oh, we knew that was happening. I hate playing guys that haven't homered in 2 months because
it happens against the Mariners, just happens to be. 0-2 pitch, and it all came off of foul balls. Kirby taking his time. He really wants to drain that clock. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Kirby takes him down. And the side is retired. 1 walk. Only 1 man stranded. And looks like Mariners will be coming up in just after this break. And also, just a quick announcement. Might as well just throw this ahead. But personally, I won't be there. I won't be there for the show tomorrow due to personal reasons. That's all I'm going to say. And also the Trident. He's at iffy at the very moment. So we'll wait for some more updates going forward.
Everybody that's in here, let us know you're here. Hit the like button. Oh, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button for us, guys. Just helps get the video out to more people. If you're not subbed, I just did some research. 10% of the views so far for the stream from unsubs. So what are you waiting for? Hit that sub button for both of us. And let's see who's all in here. I know Wild Boar's in here. Flick's in here. Jacob's in the house.
Hannah's not here along with William. Maybe they went on their date finally.
Stefan was in the house earlier just looking for Hannah, William. Who else were we missing? Moses. Where's Moses?
Where is Moses? Yeah. But here's the thing. So I have a promotion. I'm giving away 2 free Mariners tickets for the Felix Hernandez Mariners Hall of Fame induction ceremony, Saturday, August 12th. If you would like a chance to win Felix tickets, hit that subscribe button. And you got to get me to 700 before I do the drawing. And if you want to officially enter, either DM me on my Instagram or my Twitter, and we'll go from there. But until then, hit that subscribe button because it will help grow this channel, as I would love to keep this going.
Lane, welcome in. Flick, I appreciate the kind words. Don't worry about it. I just like being here with you guys. So I have a good time doing these no matter what, monetized, not monetized. I would love to be monetized, but it's all
We
good.
all do. And now here's the
oh, sorry. And the pitch is outside for ball one. We came back quickly there.
very much so.
Mariners 15-13 in a series openers this year. I feel like they've lost a lot of them, but apparently not. The 1-0 to Teo, 1-1. This should be a park where guys like Teo, Gino, Ty should be able to hit some home runs. That short left field porch. So I'm expecting to see something out of these right-handed batters this series. The 1-1. This is low 2-1, and Julio as well, which means we'll see nothing from the right-handed batters. But Teo, 252, 15 homers, 49 RBIs. Right now would be a great time for number 50. I'm putting in the call for a Teo home run today. The 2-1, up high, 3-1. So that's my call. Let us know who you guys think is going yard for the Mariners. I'm going to start to keep track of that so we can do maybe a little contest at the end of the year. 3-1 from Blanco to Teo. Up high, ball 4. Good start for the Mariners. A leadoff walk. Teo's been walking.
He got on base.
He did. Billy would be proud.
Billy Bean, but not so proud of John Fisher right now.
No. Billy's pulling his hair out right now. He's got all grays.
It's too bad he doesn't have the money to buy out that entire team.
What's his job now there?
He's only a minority owner.
Okay. Here is Jared Kelenic. Would be great for Jared to go deep as well. He's due. That's up high, ball 1.
He's got to hit one at some point. Can't just keep waiting on this one.
As Rooftop was saying before the game, 11 homers, but I think 2 of those since like mid-May or something like that.
It's been quite a disappointment.
He had one in Detroit, then one in Anaheim. The 1-0 from Blanco to Kelenic. Ground ball. This could be 2.
This is not going to get it done.
They will not turn 2. They will get Teo, the lead runner. 1 out, 1 on as Kelenic grounds out.
Sorry, Flick, it didn't happen.
I thought so too. I thought that was a good time.
We need to get Jay's channel monetized. I agree, but what about me?
Yeah, well, we need both the combination. That's right.
And also, Mr. Trident, I got to step off for a few moments because hashtag don't quit your day job.
In there. I'll hold it down the fort for Rooftop. Here is Eugenio Suarez, another guy that would be great to see go deep. He takes up high, ball 1. Let's check it on the comments. Yeah, nice job by Teo. Tommy, look, see. Yeah, exactly. Agree with that, Flick. Oh, you're 3 pitches ahead. I'm sorry if you guys are way ahead. It's just with me streaming that I paused it a second so me and Rooftop could be on the same page. So hopefully you guys see all the good stuff. The 1-0. Up high, 2-0. While the Kelenic ground out wasn't good, it does put better speed on the base pass with Jared Kelenic over Teoscar Hernandez. So Teo's not terrible out there. So maybe a chance to steal. Mariners is 17th in baseball and steals with 57. Blanco is ready. His 2-0 to Gino. Up high, 3-0. Blanco struggled a little bit to find the strike zone so far this inning. Walked Teo. Did get Kelenic pretty easily, and now he's 3-0 on Gino. Looks in, gets his sign. I'd probably take here if I'm Gino, make him throw you a strike. Pitch clock at 3. The pitch in there for a strike, top of the zone, 3-1. Good take. Probably not going to be able to do much with that pitch. Outside corner, probably high, probably a pop up there if you swing at it. On deck is Cal Raleigh. Kelenic gets his lead. Blanco is ready. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Good slider from Blanco there, just out of the zone. Gino fishes for it. Probably ball 4, but gutsy pitch there, 3-1 to throw that. Gino obviously with above league average K rate, but also above average walk rate. The 3-2 to Gino from Blanco. That ball is drilled to left field. You can kiss it goodbye. 2-run home run bomb for Eugenio Suarez. 2-0 Mariners.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Kudos to Rooftop for having that ready to go. That was great. See, that was absolutely crushed. Rooftop just had to go. He's probably had to take a work call or something. We will take that over. Yes, I'll take that 2-run home run walk all day. They need that Gino power. They need the Gino power to come back. If this team is going to make a run, Gino's got to get hot. The dumper's got to get hot, and Julio's got to get hot. That's the key for this team. We've seen hot Teo. We've seen hot Kelenic. We've seen JP hot. These are the guys they need to get going. Good job there. 2-0 Mariners, and that will bring up Cal Raleigh. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about trades all we want, but these are the guys that are the keys. This team will not do anything because you're not going to get Ohtani at the trade deadline. That misses down low to Cal 1. No, you're going to get complementary pieces, and complementary pieces are there to help push these guys over the top. But if these guys are here or not here, those complementary pieces, you like my graphs there, are going to help. Ooh, that's a -1 there. That was a ball called a strike. Now, that's a bad call. That was clearly a ball called a strike. 1-1 on the dumper. But that's the key for this team. Now, pitching, I think you can add depth there. They need a little depth. But hitting-wise, the current team has got to step up. The good news is I think they can. The 1-1. Cal's going to hit that one foul. 1-2. Yeah, Gino was a huge part of it, Jacob. Huge part last year. They need that power. Like, Gino's going to strike out. Like, that's just in his game. You know, I don't have a problem with it, but he's got to have 30 home runs. I think that's 10 for him. The power's been coming back a little bit. I believe his expected slugging percentage is actually pretty good. So he's had some deep fly balls that have just died. So certainly a chance for Gino to do it. The 1-2 to Cal, inside 2-2. Good to see the Mariners getting something off of Blanco here after he had a really quick first inning. He is working up a lather on that mound. Hot, humid day in Texas, probably. The 2-2. Cal hits on the ground foul, especially in Houston. Let's check the comments here. Yeah, that was Gunny. What is up? Love your brother. Everything is going well. Moses, we are up 2-0. Good to see you in here. There you go. That's right, Flick. You called that. You were right. They're inside 3-2. And you weren't wrong. Don't. I do think Gino could use a day off. It's just hard because Dylan Moore isn't hitting. Then you've got to put Caballero at third, and Colton Wong's not hitting. So either way, it's hard. It's just hard right now when the depth is struggling. 3-2 here to Cal. Good job to work the count back to full. The pitch fouls it off. Probably ball 4, but too close of a take there. Gunny is in the house. Always good to see. We look good so far, Moses. Only the top of the second. 2-0 Mariners on a Gino 2-run home run. But, hey, I'll take it. The 3-2 to Cal Raleigh. Ground ball foul. Good at bat here from Cal. And he's fouling off some tough pitches. So far, so good for the Mariners. If you guys can hit that like button for me. If you're not subbed, which I'd be blown away if you aren't. But if you aren't, hit the subscribe button. Last 3 starts have been rough for Blanco. His 3-2 to Cal. Way inside ball 4. Great at-bat by Cal Raleigh, who had 2 hits yesterday. So good to see maybe Cal coming back a little bit. We could use it. That was, wow, boy, that was an excellent AB. Yeah, we need to pick up a guy who could. Yeah, I'm with you. Someone that can maybe, you would hope that would be Dylan Moore. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like, the key for the Mariners is just getting some of the current guys going. That would be what would be great. I'm not saying they don't need to add anybody, as Mike Ford, the F-350, will step to the plate. But Gino, Dylan Moore, if these guys could just start hitting a little bit, I think that's going to go a lot further than necessarily any additions they can make. Unless you just go out and get a huge addition, which, Juan Soto could be available. But even there, like, I think unless these current guys start hitting, it just really won't matter. Blanco at 30. Yeah, Moore's looked really bad. Really bad. Almost to the point where I'd send him down. The problem is the other guys haven't been great. Even Cobby's been a little sluggish recently. Colton Wong hasn't been good. Haggerty wasn't good when he was up. So it's so hard right now to figure this out. Here is the F-350, Mike Ford. Blanco comes set. That misses up high, ball 1. 2-0 Mariners, top of the second here in Houston. All-star George Kirby on the mound. 4.264, 7 homers, 13 RBIs for the big man. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball right to Blanco. This should be 2. Flips it over to Pena. Back to first to Abreu for the double play. So that will end the inning. The Mariners do get 2 on the 2-run home run by Eugenio Suarez. We had the bottom of the second. So Mariners 2. The Astros nothing. Yep, we'll take it. Yeah, tough double play there. Oh, man, Rooftop's got to go. No. Oh, good. We will miss you. Come back when you can, Rooftop. I'm going solo, I guess. So Rooftop, in your honor, let's get the Mariners a win. What was the comment about 2 days ago? Update. I can't update the ticker. I don't have access because it's on Rooftops. Because I can't do that. This is technically his stream. So I cannot update the ticker. Maybe he can. Rooftop, can you hear me? Update the ticker. Update the ticker. If you can. I don't want to switch the stream to just mine and mess up, you guys already going back and forth. So we'll just leave it. It is 2-0 Mariners. I'm trying to think if there's a way. I just don't have access to it. Moses, 2-0 Mariners. 2-0 Mariners, bottom of the second. Listen, there used to be this thing. When Jeff Sullivan was still doing Lookout Landing, when it was still fun to read, and he called it like game throughout emotion. Like, you always get a pass. I give everybody a pass during the game. If your emotion comes out, you go, screw this team, I'm done. During the game, it's a pass. Now, if 4 hours later, you're going off, if it's not justified, then I might be like, hey, calm down. But anybody during a game, to me, gets a pass because it's emotional. It is emotional during a game. I have declared seasons over so many times throughout my life in games that my teams have ended up winning. It's tough sometimes. So, if Rooftop can change that, or maybe just if he can get rid of it even, that would be fine too. Moses, good to see you, my friend. Good to be in here. Good to have you in here. Hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know. My kids are coming back from a trip, so I may do some family time tomorrow night. But we'll see. Here is George Kirby's pitch. Is in there for a strike. 2. Let me move some stuff around here. We've got Yainer Diaz, the DH today. 267, 10 homers, 21 RBIs for Diaz. Kirby's 0-1. Outside 1-1. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I do not have access to the banner. It is Rooftop stream. He had to run, so I do apologize for that. The pitch is dunked into center. Julio coming on. He cannot get it. It's a bloop base hit and a leadoff single for Yainer Diaz. That one stung his hands off the end of the bat. Bloop single. So, Jay, I see your memory. Yes, the memorabilia is back up. I got a few more things to go up here. I switched sides in the room. Thank you for noticing. Stefan, welcome in. Yeah, the Eagles, that's for the wife. In fact, we're actually going to do something fun. The Eagles-Seahawks game, we're going to stream together. I don't know how much play-by-play she's going to give, but we'll be doing a stream for the Eagles-Seahawks game together, so that should be fun. Here is Chaz McCormick, and I believe that's a foul ball, 0-1. So that'll be fun. But I will say this, while I'm not an Eagles fan, I love the old logos. I think those are cool looking. So I don't have a problem with it being up. It's just a sports wall. I've got the Easley jersey is going to be up soon. My frame is still on its way. And then I've got an autographed Sean Alexander picture. I may end up moving the Eagles one and putting those over there. The 0-1 from Kirby to McCormick. Fouls off an inside fastball quickly. 0-2 on Chaz McCormick. Get to the comments here. Hello. I did not know how to pronounce that name, but hello and welcome in. Is that a Monday? No, it's a Sunday game. It's a Sunday afternoon game. It'll be in Seattle. It's like December 20th or something. I think Seattle only has one Monday night game against the Giants. And I apologize too, guys, if you're just joining the ticker. I can't update. It's Rooftop running the stream. It is 2-0 Mariners, bottom of the second. Here's Kirby's 0-2 to Chaz McCormick. Down low slider. Good pitch, 1-2. And I cannot put the comments on the screen. I just don't have the access to it doing it through his channel. First of 4 here in this series. Kirby's ready. His 1-2 to Chaz McCormick. That's a fly ball to center field. Should be Bell. Julio going back to the track. He's got it just in front of the 409 sign. Boy, McCormick got more of that than I thought. Diaz, I believe, will have to retreat to first. McCormick hit that very well, probably about 400 feet. Julio makes the catch at the wall. Off the bat, I thought it was routine. And Julio just kept going back, 1 down. Yeah, he's right. Funny how McCormick hits that hard for an out. Diaz drops in a blooper. Chance going to 10 Seattle. I'm going to try. I'm going to try for the Saturday game. But I'm getting back from a vacation that week because here's Jeremy Pena, a nemesis of the postseason, inside one of those. So, Moses, I'm getting back from vacation that Monday. Friday, I've got to work. There's just no way I can get there. Saturday is going to be close. That's the one I might go to. And then Sunday's my dad's birthday, or the birthday party. Gunny Studios knows about that. And then, so I just don't know. It's going to be tough for me. I'm going to try to get to Saturday. The 1-0 pitch to Pena, swing and a miss, 1-1. Yes, Pena's stance is really weird, Wild Boar. I'll tell you this. Everyone talked about Jordan last year. And yeah, the home run obviously was the killer, but not being able to get Pena out in that ninth inning was the real issue. Because Jordan Alvarez is going to get you. The 1-1, inside 2-1. Like, I can't be mad at Jordan Alvarez hitting home runs. You just hope there's nobody on for him to do it, or you don't let him get up. You got to get the other guys out. Luckily, no Jordan Alvarez or Jose Altuve, who was placed on the injured list today as well. Pena, the World Series MVP. 2-1 from Kirby to Jeremy Pena. Ground ball. Gino's got it. Over to second for one. Caballero loses it, but it's in the transfer. I don't think they would have gotten Pena anyway. So 2 down, and that will bring up Corey Julks, the left fielder. Seats behind for the Seahawks Cardinal game. Is that what you're looking at, Moses? Is that what you're talking about? Seats behind the Hawks bench for Seahawks Cardinals. I actually went to the Seahawks Cardinal game. Technically, I was at Russell Wilson's last game as a Seahawk. I was in the nosebleeds. Me and my buddies decided to go and tailgate. That game was a lot of fun. It was a meaningless game, but sometimes those are the ones to go have a drink at and have a good time because who cares? Here is Corey Julks, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs. He takes a borderline pitch for strikes. So see, there's a little evening out. That was probably a little high. Just so you guys know, if you're watching it, when that ball where it shows the ball and strike goes solid, what that means is if they were having a robot ump or whatever call it, that would have been called a strike. Just so you know. So you guys were right on that 2-2. Up high 1-1. So see how the circle there is empty? That means that would have been called a strike by the automated system. But he wasn't sure on that. And I feel like my stream is moving very slow right now. Hopefully everything is good. The 1-1, Kirby throws over to first. Is it just me? Is the stream going really slow for anybody else? Am I good? I think I have so many apps up on the tablet right now. It's moving really slow. Let me see if I can fix this. That's a strike from Kirby to Julks, 1-2. I haven't been having any problems in the past. I think I've just got everything on the internet in here. Thank you. Yeah, I'm in two. Yeah, I am in near the Phoenix area. I am sorry for the stream guys kind of being weird. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. The 1-2 pitch to Julks. Good pitch, 2-2. Hello, hello. Can anybody hear me, see me? Am I in? Hold on, because I think I still have to stream this. Can you guys see me, hear me? I am back. Is it working? I apologize about that, everybody. Come back, come back. Mariners got out of the inning. Still 2-0. I don't know what's going on. It has just been really slow. I apologize for that, everybody. Hopefully you guys can see me and we're back here. So I do apologize about that. Hopefully everybody didn't leave. If you did, I understand. Just the first time that's happened to me with my computer, it was because I was on I wasn't on Chrome. I meant to be on Google Chrome, and that always messes me up. 2-0 Mariners. Let's see. Hopefully we got everybody in here still. I'm just gonna double check. Mose is still in the house. Appreciate you checking in on me, my friend, making sure I'm all good. Looks like I'm good. I just logged in just to make sure on my phone that I was good. Everybody okay? Everybody survive without me? I know it's difficult. 2-0 Mariners. I apologize for that glitch there. Just you guys saw it glitching and then went down. Let me just message Rooftop here. Let me know you guys are still here. I miss you guys. Moses still in the house. Oh, Rooftop's back. He's trying. He's back.
Not really. And I shouldn't even have my camera on. This is dangerous. There we go. That's better. So I will engage for the next 10 minutes as I am heading to work things because hashtag do not quit your day job.
Yeah, we had some major technical difficulties going on. For some reason, the stream just went kapoots for me. So I will give you the play-by-play.
Right now?
Yeah, first time that's happened to us. Here's Blanco's pitch to Caballero in there for a strike. 1-0. 2-0 Mariners, top of the third. Moses is here. Flick is here. Rooftop is here in the audio style. Hope everybody else is still in here as well. I do apologize about that. I was scrambling. I was like, if you couldn't get back to me, I was going to just create a stream, a new one. So I was like, I don't know if he's busy or not and can't even get back to me. But we have technical difficulties. The 0-1 to Cobby. Misses low 1-1. I knew Flick and Moses weren't going anywhere. I know Wild Boar's still in here somewhere too. Mariners got out of a little bit. What
kind of router do you have?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I'd like to know because I'm going to recommend you some stuff.
Yeah, please do. I have no idea. I am not a tech savvy person, so I have no idea what we have. I don't even know where our router is, to be honest.
It sounds okay. By any chance, do you have Xfinity?
No. For internet, we have Cox.
Okay. Oh, where's the gaming update? Where are we at? Is it Caballero took a 0-1 count?
Yes, I apologize. I'm talking here. Caballero falls it off 1-2. I apologize. I'm getting back into it. 2-0 Mariners, top of the third on an Eugenio Suarez 2-run home run. It is 1-2 on Caballero. Blanco at 41 pitches and his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good slider. Strike 3. Cabby goes down. That will turn the line. What's up?
What inning is it?
Top of the third.
Oh, top of the third. Oh, wow.
Here's a look at Emerson Hancock, who was named July Pitcher of the Month. JP takes strike 1 despite a rough start. He's opting out. 0-1 to JP Crawford. Blanco comes set in his pitch. Outside 1-1. Flick is always lurking in the dark. The 1-1 pitch from Blanco to JP is on the way. Misses down low, 2-1. Blanco having trouble finding the strike zone. He's mixed in a few pretty.
Oh man, that live stream is getting.
What's up?
I think the live streaming kind of went hiccup for a moment.
Did it? JP hits a line drive into right field going back. That ball's gone. Solo home run, JP Crawford. 3-0 Mariners. JP with the solo home run. The stream going wonky. I didn't see it go wonky, but I was also looking at the TV. Guys in the chat, let me know.
Yep, what a moment. JP Crawford, he's been stepping up over the past month. And now we've got a home run.
JP showing the power. Here comes Julio. He takes ball one up high. James with you. Think they should shake up the broadcast crew. I'm missing Dave Sims or Dave Niehaus. Sorry, I didn't. We all missed.
Forget the TV personalities. What about us? We're the anti-heroes of this.
Julio with a fly ball to right field. Tucker on the warning track makes the catch out number 2. Yeah, I think JP could have definitely been an all-star. I don't know how what shortstops made it? Corey Seager. Who else, guys, if you know in the chat, made it for the AL shortstops? Corey Seager definitely deserving. JP with a line drive, bullet home run. James, not sure if you meant Dave Sims or Dave Niehaus. I'm not as big on Dave Sims. He's not bad. But definitely miss Dave Niehaus, just that voice.
Rick Rid's guy, no question. Rick Rids will always be my guy.
Here's the pitch to Ty. France with a drive to center field. McCormick going back to the track. He's got it just shy of the fence. So the Mariners with 3 pretty deep fly balls that inning. JP, Julio, and Ty France all giving the ball a pretty good ride. They get one in the JP home run. We had the bottom of the third. It's Mariners 3, the Astros nothing. If you guys have not subbed up my channel and Rooftops, please do so. Flick says Dave Sims is terrible. I'll say this about Dave Sims. Go ahead, Rooftop.
No, just say it. And plus, I'm about to bug out for a moment.
All right, you're good. I don't hate Dave Sims. If you go watch some other broadcast, like go put on a Rockies game if you want to see some really bad broadcasting. The Pirates is really bad. Sims is engaging. He's okay. But I prefer Aaron Goldsmith big time over Dave Sims. Mariners definitely playing like they should, Moses. This is good to see. In a big series where 4 would be absolutely amazing, and I would absolutely declare this team back. 3 would be really, really good and make me feel like they've got a chance. A split is probably acceptable, but it doesn't gain you anything, and it just kind of keeps you where you are. Losing 3 out of 4 puts you in a hole, getting swept, and I think it's pretty much game over. Flick, it's just, I'm with you, though. I think Sims is my least favorite of the group. I like Aaron Goldsmith. I think Angie does a pretty good job. I like Dan Wilson. I miss Mike Blowers, obviously. And then, obviously, I'll miss Dave Niehaus. I'm with Rooftop. I love Rick Riz. I love listening to Rick on the radio. Just, for me, Rick and Dave, it's like that childhood voices for me. I'd like to hear Bump and Stacy on the. I see, and I don't have. I know they're on the radio. Stacy's pretty good. I haven't listened to much of Bump, to be honest. That's Michael Bumpus, isn't it? So yeah, I just don't listen to the shows. That's when people are always talking about like Mike Salk and Brock. I don't listen to it. I mean, I probably could, but I just don't have time. I used to be a big sports radio guy, but just kind of got out of it. I used to be on the road all the time. Here we go. And Mauricio Dubon takes strike 1 from George Kirby. When the stream went out, Kirby was a little up and down, got into some tough counts there against Maldonado, but got him out. I was trying to fix the stream and deal with that. The 0-1 pitch. Dubon hits a fly ball, little pop-up. Ty going back, Cobby going back. Cobby's calling for, ooh, basket catch by Caballero, dangerous. But he does make it for out number 1. Don't mind Brock. Here's the thing, Bump's hilarious. I've seen some clips, and he looks like a pretty cool guy. Flick, Salk, I know because he went to Boston, came back. He's not really a Seattle guy. I like Brock Heward. I've always thought he has a pretty good voice. I think he gets dogged on too much. Like, he's got good football takes. Bump's good. Oh, Rooftop is back again out of the
by
car.
accident.
A special guest appearance real quick as Bregman fouls that one off 0-1. Yeah, I just don't have time to listen to Seattle radio. I listen to some I honestly listen to the YouTube people more, or just sometimes it's to avoid
YouTube people, that includes just us two.
Yes, that's the only
The
channel.
other two that I'm thinking of, they're not much different than 710 or Seattle Sports or whatever it is. Oh, and yes, I despise the Brock and Sock show to the bones. And also Bob and Graz. No, not Bob and Graz. Bob and Wyman, they're also tools.
Yeah, I don't know any. I know Salk a little bit just because Twitter
Sock
stuff,
was he went to Boston thinking he could do better, and then it turns out he sucked at his job, and now he's taking it out on everyone.
Yeah, you couldn't handle it in Boston. Here's Kyle Tucker taking ball one. Bregman grounded out to JP. But yeah, I thought Brock Heward's okay. I don't know just much about any of them though.
They used to be fun back in 2012.
Yeah. The 1-0 pitch to Kyle Tucker. Fly ball popped up to Caballero. He is underneath it. And a very, very quick 1-2-3 inning.
There we go.
Carl Gen. I'm going to mess it up. Bo Bichette. Oh, for the shortstops. Thank you. Bichette's been having a great year. Dansby, Swanson, Wanderfront. Yeah, it's hard to make a case for JP over those guys. They have been so good.
Flick of the switch. Bob, no, he's terrible. Like, he was like, no, here's the thing. So he was crying about Scott Service not winning Manager of the Year. He's like, how dare the MLB show their injustices by not giving him the Manager of the Year? And then half the season he goes, oh yeah, maybe Scott Service might not be a good man. It's like, where were you? I was saying that. You basically said what I said back in like 2017 or 16.
Yeah, Wild Boar says Wyman is great, but always says say back when I played. Yeah, I don't like when guys lean on like, I played and therefore I know more than you did type stuff. That's always it gets me because it's like, oh, if you didn't play, you can't have a take on sports, and it's like, well, that's not true. Like there's GMs and coaches that didn't play. So Carl, again, thanks for that info on the shortstops. I appreciate it. Wild Boar 3-0 Mariners going to the top of the fourth. 1-2-3 for George Kirby. Yeah. Most of that shortstop lineup is deep. So I guess I can't complain about JP not getting in because Bichette's been amazing this year. Seager's been fantastic. I don't know much about Arcia, and then Franco's been solid as well. So just a deep year for shortstops, unfortunately, for JP Crawford. But yeah, the whole, people that can't talk sports because they played it. Flake Truth, Jay's trying. Carly is fine. Who's Carl? Wait, who? Am I Carligan? Carly is fine. Who's Carly? What am I missing there? Jacob, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. I apologize for the glitches in the stream early. Am I missing some with the shortstops there? Here is Teoscar Hernandez taking outside ball one. Welcome in, everybody. The 1-0 pitch from Blanco to Teoscar Hernandez. Ground ball hit the third. Bregman's got it. Fires over to first in time to get Teoscar. Wild Boar says, I like all the shows in 710. KJR didn't like Salk scream about who cares. This was last throw. As it's weird to know that. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool that the last thing the Mariners, for a franchise that doesn't have much, that Felix was the last perfect game. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't diminish what Felix did. Just call me. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I get so many comments. I got lost. We'll go with Carly. Okay, perfect. Sorry. I apologize for that. I get comments I forget. I forgot I even asked you that. My bad. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. 1-0 to Jared Kelligan. Jared Kelenic. Oh my gosh, I'm off tonight. When that when the stream froze, it messed me up. 1-1 on Kelenic. I need to stick to just calling this game. I'm all over the place. 1-1 to Mr. Kelenic, who is due for something. That's down low, 2-1, maybe a walk. If you guys are in here and you haven't subbed yet, hit the sub button. I'm 11 away from 1,500. Don't forget to sub to Rooftop as well. Helps us both out tremendously. So if you haven't subbed up, hit that sub button. 2-1 to Mr. Kelenic. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was a little high and outside. 2-2. Kelenic stands in, takes his timeout. Yeah, that thing was a line drive home run. JP has been amazing this season, and good to see the power back as well. Or the power here. The 2-2. Swing and a miss on a change. Kelenic cannot hit a changeup. Out number 2, and that will bring up the home run hero, Eugenio Suarez. Good to see, because JP was having great at-bats early in the year, but there was no power early on. Now he's starting to mix in the power, which is awesome to see. But JP has been went from kind of a guy you'd like to see hitting 9, a good player, to a legitimate threat. Let's see if Gino can put another one out of here. We are in the top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Seattle. The 0-1 to Gino is up high. I guess they had I missed a pitch there, 1-1. I don't think Root showed it. So it's 1-1 on Gino. Batting 6th day, 2-run home run. His first at bat. The pitch. Fouls it off 1-2 at 94. Next pitch will be number 60 from Blanco. So actually not in terrible shape pitch count wise. Probably enough for him to go 5 or 6, which I'm assuming was a player. It'd be nice to get into the Astros bullpen, though, at the start of a 4-game series. Strike 3 called right down the middle. Gino just sitting on something else. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Blanco. We hit the bottom of the 4th. It's the Mariners 3 and the Astros nothing. Check out the comments here. I can get over to them. JK last 30 games, 106. Yeah, Kelenic is being carried by a very hot April. You don't think power when you look at JP. Yeah, and I'll tell you this, line drives too into the gap. JP's hard hit rate has got to be very high. He has not started yet. Is Mets and Arizona. Interesting. That should be a game that's not too far from me. I swear I'm his number. No, you're good. I love JP. It's always been a barrel problem with JP. Yeah, and this year he's barreled up a lot more. It really feels like he is hitting everything on the screws. I mean, and his swing is so big and long, but that sounded weird, but you know what I mean? And like when he squares it up, I mean, he hits some line drives. Yeah, Kelenic is, what's been so frustrating with Kelenic is that, like, you know, he'll dip off, and then just when I'm about to be like, yeah, Kelenic stinks, he comes up with a triple into the alley or a double or something. So I will say this, and I've said this about Kelenic, eventually it's going to wear off where I can't be complimentary anymore, but if you would have told me these are Jarred Kelenic's numbers on July 4th, I would have signed up for it. You know what I mean? So I can't be too mad, but it is definitely being carried by April. Yeah, definitely better than last year. Oh, for JP, yeah, for sure. He is, well, remember, he actually started out April really hot last year and then just really struggled to make contact the rest of the way. And like Wellbore says, just wasn't in the barrel and everything. It seems different this year. He seems to really be barreling things up. So hopefully that stays the same. 9 people in here at the moment. If you're not subbed, hit that sub button. I'm 11 away from 1,500. I'm 1 away from 1,490. If that's a milestone that you think is a milestone, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Don't forget to sub to Rooftop's channel as well. He's got work to do, but he is still popping in every now and then. Here's Jose Abreu. Like I said, came into Seattle. First 50 games, no homers. Since then, he has 7 homers. So he's heated up back to the Abreu of old. Here's Kirby's pitch. Way up high, almost hits him, ball 1. Kirby's command not great today. He's at 47 pitches right now through 3+. Abreu 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. Even without Alvarez and Altuve, it's still a dangerous lineup. The 1-0. Abreu line drive caught by Suarez. Nice play. Good hops by Gino. And there's out number 1. That will retire Abreu. And that will bring up, move stuff out of the way here, Yainer Diaz, who singled his last time up. Good, really good hops by Gino to get up there and catch that. Nice play. Takes away a base hit from Abreu on a line drive. Here is Diaz. Kirby's first pitch is in there for a strike, 96. Rooftop is back. Welcome back. If you can hear us, I hear him.
Did I miss anything?
3-0 top of the bottom of the 4th. So no more runs, just that JP home run. I think that was in the 3rd, actually. We have an 0-1 to Diaz. Fly ball pretty deep right field. Tail going back right in front of the warning track. He's got it. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. Check out the old comments here. Better year for Kelenic too. Like, yeah, I mean, I would just like to see Kelenic. He doesn't have to be what he did in April, but just give me something in between what he's doing now and that. JP went from 3rd% barrel rate last year to 60. That's incredible. A hard hit. Yeah, JP has really been stinging the ball. It has been good to see. McCormick lays down a bunt. It goes foul for strike 1. Kirby so far, 3 2/3, 2 hits, no runs, nothing earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Kirby will be headed to his first All-Star game, along with Julio and Luis Castillo. McCormick steps in. Kirby's 0-1 pitch. Comes set, and the pitch. Ground ball right to Gino. He fires it over a little high, but Ty brings it down. And that will retire the side. We'll at the top of the 5th. It's the Mariners 3. The Astros nothing. 4 shutout innings for Mr. George Kirby. Jay's advertising competition siding company roof. I wouldn't stand.
You know what? For someone saying a joke about it, this is what they're going to get. I hope they're ready for it.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
You guys know where to go. And also, it's not my house. It's work related. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say I don't think that's his house.
William!
We were wondering where you were. Sleepy. Where have you go? Sleepy just woke up. That makes sense. Welcome in, my friends. Good to see you, Wild Boar. I agree 100% with Kelenic. That is, again, his April is holding up his numbers big time. Now, I try to look at the overall picture, and overall the numbers are okay, but it's definitely being boosted by April. Meantime, the room says, even if I did, I wouldn't be able to use this company. Says Carly, me either. What's up? We got William and Sleep in the House. Welcome in, guys. I think we've got the gang in here today. We are back at Houston. Perfect timing because the Mariners are going to come up and Cal Raleigh's going to take ball 1. Cal walked his last time up. It was a really good at-bat by Cal. Unfortunately, Mike Ford grounded into a double play right behind him. We're in the top of the 5th. It is the Mariners 3 and the Astros nothing. Here's Blanco's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good change from Blanco. 1-1. Yeah, we need Hannah. I will say it'd be nice to get Blanco out of this game and get into the Astros bullpen a little bit in game 1. That's always key in these long series. Cal hits that one foul, 1-2. For the Astros, they're probably looking at this a little bit going George Kirby versus Renel Blanco. If we can get Blanco through 6 and have a chance to win, we're in decent shape. And if you're the Mariners, you want to get him out of this game and get in that bullpen. The 1-2 to Cal. Ooh, pretty good pitch, but it misses ball 2. And there's a borderline one that kind of goes the Mariners' way. That could have been a strike. It's 2-2 on Cal. Mike Ford is on deck. In the hole is Jose Caballero. Mariners' 4-game winning streak snapped last night. A tough game in the Bay Area. 2-2 to Cal. Line drive foul. Another good at-bat here from Cal. I'm willing to forgive last night, though, if they can come out and get a win today. Check the comments. Jay, how do you like Angie on the call? Honestly, I think Angie's pretty good. She got good baseball knowledge. I will say there's times when she kind of drones on. I think she needs, just from a professional standpoint, needs to let Aaron take back over. But I think she's fine. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I've been doing so many live streams that I can't even do it. Daniel, driving from Tri-City Spokane, can't think of a radio. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's why I want to do it, man. You're very welcome. If you're not subbed yet, hit that sub button for me. The 2-2 to Cal. Fly ball to center field, or shallow shortstop area. Pena back. and he makes the catch, and that is out number 1. So thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, and I'm glad I can help you out. But yeah, I think Angie's okay. I think she does a good job. She's got good baseball knowledge, good baseball player too. So I think she does a real good job. Like I said, there are times when you can tell like the game's going and she's still kind of telling a story, but that's it. Trident way better than Dofu. Thank you. Or Dafu. I've used them before. Ford swings and misses for strike 1. Dofu, right? I used them in all football season last year. I'm not going to do that again because I'm going to do some streams for football games. The 0-1 to Mike Ford from Blanco. Ground ball foul, 0-2. I feel pressure now. There's someone actually like listening for the radio services. I need to deliver. I'm going solo, Vince Scully style here. Ford 267 home runs, 13 RBIs this season. Blanco has him 0-2. He is set, shakes off a sign. He has the pitch he likes, and the 0-2 pitch. Ford hits it foul again. Thanks, Sleepy Man. I really appreciate that. The drive will push. Yeah, that's true. Sunday ticket. Yeah, I'm getting the Sunday ticket on YouTube. I usually don't like it. I don't like giving the NFL a lot of money, but here's the 0-2 to Ford. Outside ball 1. I don't like giving any of these leagues a ton of money if I don't have to, but got to watch the games. And since I'm doing some streaming, I want to be able to do that. So, and I don't want the streams glitching out. 1-2 from Blanco to Ford. The baseball's cheaper, so it's a little easier. Line drive foul. Good at bat here from Ford. Cal had a good at bat to start. Ford putting up a good bat, at least. Hopefully making this Blanco's last innings. It's 71 pitches came up today. He might just be eating 6 innings today. This just might be, hey, first game of a 4-gamer. You're going all 6. Here's the 1-2 from Blanco to Ford. Swing and a miss at that change. That changeup's been pretty nasty. And a Ford swings over the top of it for out number 2. That will bring up Cobby. Check the comments here. YouTube, and do you have to have YouTube TV to get it, or yeah, seriously, right, Carly? Like they need more money, but it's a business. Strike 1 to Cobby on a pitch that looked high, 0-1. I hope. Do you have to have YouTube TV, or you can just have a YouTube account to buy it? I'll find out. The 0-1. Caballero fouls it off quickly. 0-2. Blanco settled in a little bit here since the J.P. Crawford home run. All 3 runs he's given up have been on home runs, a 2-run bomb by Gino and a line drive bullet home run from J.P. Crawford. 0-2 on Jose Caballero. The 75th pitch of the night from Blanco is a swing and a miss by Cobby. So I believe that strikes out the side. I don't remember if Cal struck out or not. And a good inning from Blanco. We had the bottom of the 5th. It's still the Mariners 3 and the Astros 0. Worth every penny. Oh, yeah, I agree. You need YouTube TV. Yeah. Peanuts. Okay. I'll figure something out. I might just get it anyways. I'll just cancel one of my other subscriptions that I never use. I think I have an Apple TV subscription, so that can go bye-bye. If you guys are not yet subscribed, make sure to hit the sub button for me. I'm 11 away from 1,500, 1 sub away from 1,490, whatever that means. Go sub up Rooftops channel as well and hit the like button on the stream. Just helps get it out to more people. Peanut, yeah, I don't know what YouTube thinks about cussing, so I'm trying not to cuss if my kids watch. There's cheaper packages if you bundle with TV, but you don't need it. He didn't count. Okay, I don't. Oh, he popped up to Pena. That's right. Popped it up to shortstop. Thank you. So it was not striking out the side. You actually don't have to. Oh, sideline report in the house. Bring in the info. Actually, you don't have to have subscription TV. You can just get the Sunday ticket. Awesome. Thank you, Sideline Report. You are the man. If you guys are not subbed up to Sideline Report, go do so right now. I said I've streamed, but we will be doing some football live streams. I appreciate the info. And Sideline Report coming in clutch with that info. Thank you. I was actually kind of ticked by that because I'm like, well, per Sunday ticket outside of YouTube TV's through primetime channels. I'll have to figure it out when we get there. I'll have to figure out what the deal will be. I mean, I do have like Peacock, so I can watch Sunday night games. I mean, I have the streaming 400 for Sunday ticket or 440 for Sunday ticket. Oh, I mean, if it's 400 versus 440, I'm going to go 440 for the red zone. $40 more for red zone's easy. I mean, at that point, I'm spending the money. I might as well do it. I'm a big red zone guy. I'm going to do some red zone. I want to do a red zone live stream. I know Sideline Report did one last year. Yeah, Sunday Ticket is every NFL game, every out of market NFL game. YouTube TV. So you're good. Yeah. We were talking about getting YouTube TV. Ball one to paying you outside. So, I mean, it might work out. But yeah, Sunday Ticket is every out of market NFL game. I do not live in Seattle. So for me, it comes in very clutch unless you guys want Arizona Cardinals live streams, which will be for 2 of them. The 1-0 swing and a miss by Payne. Not that I'm going to be live for every game, but, Yeah, probably sounds like Sideline Report is an intense live stream. I actually went back and watched it like afterwards, and I was like, oh, man, that must have been tough to get into a rhythm doing it. But it looked like fun. The 1-1. Strike 2 to Pena. Called strike 2. Yeah, Wild Board sounds very similar to MLB TV, and it's going to be done through streaming. So that's kind of cool, actually. I like that. It's going to be cool going to YouTube and just being able to click an NFL game. And I'm hoping they have it where you can go back and watch the game too. Maybe if the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, we'll do a post stream where we all watch it together again. The 1-2 from Kirby to Pena. Down low, 2-2. Oh, I bet. Especially doing that solo. Even doing just a baseball game like by myself is like after these games, my voice gets hoarse. The 2-2 pitch fouled off. Like I could not do this every night. Although I do have a blast. This is probably my favorite thing that I've done is the live streams. It's like the equivalent of going to the bar with my buddies, but not having to go to the bar and pay for all that. Did the lights what just happened? The lights just got really weird. Maybe that was my TV. No more streaming issues, it looks like, so that's good. Kirby wiggling his glove around. The 2-2 on the way from Kirby to Pena. Fouled off. They're giving us a behind the batter view. I hate those. I hate those in football when they go from behind. I'm worried about the Hawks this year. The M's don't have the jersey ads. Yeah, I wonder if because the All-Star patch they don't have it. And then I'll talk about the Seahawks in a minute. Kirby's 2-2 to Pena. Ground ball. Nice scoop by JP. Over to Ty. Nice scoop by Ty. Great play all around. JP scooped in on a short hop, and so did Ty France. Really, really nice play. Yes, well, that was a great pick by both of them. You're worried about the Seahawks? I mean, listen, the Niners are great. It's a tough division. I will say the NFC is a lot weaker than the AFC when you look at all the quarterbacks going on. So I love what the Seahawks have been doing. I love how young the roster is getting. So it should be a fun year. That was a great pick all around. Rooftop coming back here. Here's Corey Jolts.
We have no tech difficulties. I thought we had tech difficulties for a second.
No, it was my TV, so it wasn't anything with the stream.
Okay, good. Wow, we still somehow have 14 viewers despite all these difficulties. We got to keep it going.
We'll keep it running. 0-2 here from Kirby to Corey Jolks. Jolks looks like going no
Mr.
ball
Moses,
here.
don't jinx it, boy.
Oh, I don't realize it. Gino is solid way better than Danger Witch, big time, especially last year. They don't get caught in the I don't think they will, Flick, because I don't think the expectations are that high from other people for the Seahawks. I think people still kind of
excited for the Seahawks. Gino overachieved for that contract, and he still couldn't close games. Oh, but the defense was horrible. Or how about you close those games when you had your opportunities against the Raiders and the Panthers?
The Seahawks defense was pretty bad. That's a basic.
Yeah, but when you're the quarterback, sometimes you can't have things just handed to you like Russ.
Yeah.
He had opportunities given to him because of that amazing defense. I will say that. Mr. Moses. If you're a grown adult, I really do apologize. Now I can see why Bobby Knight really did grab the player's neck, because from what I heard, that basketball player addressed him as, "Hey, Knight, how's it going?" And Bobby Knight was trying to show him an example of like, yeah, you don't address older adults like that.
Open the draft. Yeah, I mean, I will say, Flick, Gino's second half was certainly much worse than his first half. We're 1-1 here on Maldonado. So, and I think Gino did lead the league in turnover-worthy plays in the second half. So I do agree with Rooftop's point a little bit. Gino, hopefully get more first half Gino than second half. But hopefully with some of the additions too, it takes a little bit of the pressure off. The 1-1 pitch to Maldonado is a strike on a brutal call. That was way up high. 1-2. We'll take it.
Where are we at? Are we at plus what?
Oh gosh, I can't keep. That one, I think we might be at even just for really bad ones. There was one to Cal that was a clear ball called a strike, and then this one here. The rest have been all very borderline. 1-2 pitch from Kirby to Maldonado. Ground ball foul. We'll do the 1-2 again. Yeah, Gino,
by the way, so I'll be back on the camera real soon, and things will be things will be quite operational when your friends arrive. Oh, I'm afraid that when Rooftop arrives, we'll be quite operational.
Your faith in your friends is your weakness. The 1-2 to Maldonado. There goes Jolks running. Swing and a miss. Cows throw down. Not in time. They do get the strikeout, but we have a stolen base. So we'll second with 2 outs. Hope he does. Hawk. I know that Wild Boar says Hawks could have beat Oakland, Carolina, Atlanta, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Kind of run. Yeah, the run defense was so hard to watch, especially when Al Woods was out for a little bit last year. The Carolina game was embarrassing.
Josh Jacobs' overtime game was cringe, and then Taysom Hill beat the living crap out.
The Taysom Hill game might have been one of the most annoying. And it was the same stupid play. Here's Dubon. Runner at second, 2 outs. Kirby's pitch. Line drive right to Cobby. Gets out of his glove, flips over to first in time to get the runner. So that will retire side in fifth. We had at the top of the 6th, 3-0 Mariners. Yeah, to lose the NFC South was brutal. I had completely forgot about the Taysom Hill game. That was, oh my gosh. Like, at least the Raiders game, like Josh Jacobs is really good. It was still bad defense. But for Taysom Hill to run 200 yards all over them was so frustrating. Wow, I think it was close to 600 yards. And again, like, Josh Jacobs is ridiculously good. So while it was a bad performance, I can tip my cap to Jacobs. Taysom Hill kind of stinks. Like, I mean, all he does is just
bad quarterback
on third. Yeah, he's not a good quarterback. He just takes a little 4th and short handoffs, gets a yard, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, did you see Taysom Hill?" I'm like, only against the Seahawks does he go for 100 yards.
Like, just be a receiver.
Yeah,
just make him a receiver and call it a day.
He's a good special.
I still remember there was one time Taysom Hill was branded as.
Oh, we lost Rooftop for a second.
They still had him as, in fantasy football, they still had him as a tight end when he was playing quarterback. So I got 20 free points from there.
That's actually pretty awesome. Both Hill, that's right. Kamara had 100 yards too. I think Kamara's was more like 24 carries, 100. It didn't kill him, but Hill was just ridiculous. Yeah, they should have at least beaten Atlanta. I'll throw away. It was early in the year. Carolina, they should have beaten. Carolina was not a good football team.
Raiders, they should have beat up. I mean, come on. You can't lose to a Josh McDaniels Raiders team.
Yeah, the Raiders one was bad. I do think the Raiders did have Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs. That makes it a little bit, but it was for me, the games were really the Raiders game because it was super winnable. The Carolina game, how they dug themselves a hole. Yeah, they should have beaten Atlanta. The funny thing is, though, at the time, I thought the team was going to be so mid that the Atlanta game didn't bother me. But looking back, yeah, they should have won that one. Tampa, I wasn't too mad about because they had won so many in a row at that point. What was another one game they lost and I'm forgetting that was super frustrating? Maybe that Carolina game. New Orleans was frustrating. Rooftops.
Where are we on the game?
Top of the 6th, 0-1 count here to JP Crawford. I apologize, guys. I'm talking football. The 0-1
pitch. This game's steamrolling.
It is. 1-1 to JP. Blanco's still out there. It'd be nice to get him out of here after this inning. I was hoping the Mariners could get into the Astros bullpen. If you're the Astros,
oh, yeah, so you want to burn into the Astros bullpen. I see.
A little bit. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
But they're saving it for the next 3 games. That's the thing.
That's the thing. They'll take this from Blanco. Like, if he gives them 6 innings, they'll tip their cap and then be ready to go for the next 3. 1-2 on JP Crawford. This will be pitch number 79 from Blanco. And the pitch. Down low, 2-2. NFC South, sideline. The NFC South is awful. It's even worse now without Brady. It's even taking a step back. The 2-2 pitch to JP Crawford. Fouls it off. We'll do the 2-2 again. This will likely be Blanco's last inning. It'd be great to chase him here in this inning and force the bullpen to have to get multiple outs or multiple innings, 3-4. The 2-2. Fouls it off again. We'll do another 2-2. Gino's best game. Yeah, Gino, he was great against New Orleans. That's when I was like, man, Gino, that's when I was kind of sold on Gino. And that Detroit game, too. That Detroit game was fun. The 2-2. Inside 3-2. Good battle here by JP. See if he can work a walk, get on. If he gets on, this could be it for Blanco. If JP can get on, you hope with 2, 3, and 4 coming up, the Mariners can add on a little bit. The 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off again. We'll do this one again. Yeah, the Bucks, every team in that division was brutal. The Mariners, Seahawks were swept by them. Very frustrating. Here is the 3-2 pitch from Mr. Blanco to Mr. Crawford. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yeah, good at bat by JP, but not a great end. Then he got humiliated at home against Dallas. Yeah, that was brutal. Good battle by JP. Sleepy sideline, I agree. Definitely, unless someone beats up on the team, because they're all so mid in that division. I do kind of like Carolina, but I still think they're pretty mid. Here is Julio. Pops it up on the first pitch. Will get out of play. Maldonado giving it a look. It will get out of play. So just a strike 1. All those teams, I think Tampa's really bad.
What an adventure that was. Hashtag don't quit your day job.
We have an 0-1 here to Julio from Blanco. Blanco at 85 pitches. 5 1/3, only 2 hits. Wow, it's felt like more, but I guess just the 2 home runs are the only hits the Mariners have had. 3 runs, 3
I know
runs,
offense is kind of stagnant a little bit. They really got to get it going because no lead is safe when it's against Houston.
Especially in that ballpark. Although at least they're making the hits count. At least they went over the fence. So if you're going to have
Isn't Bryce Young starting week 1 against Carolina? Probably. Who else do they got?
Yeah,
Sam Darnold, who's still on mono?
He's in San Francisco. He's probably going to start.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, because they need something for Brock Purdy.
Yep. Julio had to get a new bat. That was the delay. The 0-1 pitch to Julio. Up high, ball 1, or outside, I should say, ball 1. 1-1. Julio 0 for 2. This would be a great time for Julio to put one over those Crawford boxes. Yeah, exactly. Or into the gap. The 1-1 to Julio. Line drive foul. 1-2.
And I thought I'd just throw this out. The last time the Mariners wore these jerseys in Houston, it was the Jordan Robbie Ray game. I thought I'd just bring that up. I'm still not over it. And fans try to tell me to get over it. I'm never going to get over it.
I don't remember that game. Sideline report, I agree, especially some of these. Although, if teams under 500 didn't get in, we wouldn't have had the beast mode run in Seattle. So I can't complain.
No, I can't complain about that at all.
The 1-2 from Blanco to Julio.
I know a couple Seahawks fans were complaining like, we don't deserve it because we were not above 500. But I will say that 2010 team, their points differential was atrocious.
It was like minus 100 or something. It was awful.
When they lost, they lost.
They did.
And when they won, which made no sense.
The 1-2 pitch to Julio. He holds up, pitches high, 2-2.
Just solo home runs and a 2-run homer has really carried this game.
Gino and JP. Good at bat by JP to start the inning. Unfortunately, ended in a strikeout. Pretty good battle here from Julio, at least assuring this is Blanco's last inning. The 2-2. Fouls it off again. Julio 0 for 2 today. He steps in. Blanco gets the sign, shakes off a pitch calm. And he is ready with the 2-2. Outside 3-2. Good at bat by Julio.
I don't blame Robbie. I blame Scott. Oh, yes, of course. I actually feel bad for Robbie Ray for that.
The 3-2 to Julio Rodriguez.
Run your butt! Yes!
Ground ball in the hole. This will be an infield hit. Pena gets to it, but Julio will be safe.
And yet he was nominated as manager of the year.
Remember, though, that wasn't just Scott. That was Jerry, too. They had come to that before the game. So remember, some of this is on, if you guys are on Scott, some of it's Jerry, too. Jerry has a lot.
I think Jerry's overrated, and I think Justin Hollander, he only has that job just because Jerry wanted the president's position. So yeah, Justin Hollander doesn't do anything, and just by looking at him, he looks like a nobody. There were times when I saw them in the press conference and they're like, "Hey, Justin, what do you think of this?" And then Jerry's like, "Hey, Justin, answer the question." And he's like, "Well, I just think that." It's like, wow.
Here's Ty France. Julio on at first. Wouldn't be a bad time to send Julio. Blanco.
Oh!
And the pitch. Inside hits Ty France. You're like 2 seconds ahead of me. Just
yeah, that's what I'm doing. He takes one for the team.
We'll take it. It looks like he's okay.
Hollander's not that great. Yes, he was very behind the scenes on helping this team not spend any money, other than the fact that John Stanton holds this team hostage, along with Howard Lincoln and John Ellis, board members.
Here comes a mound visit. They are going to make Blanco go 6 here. Probably runners at first and second here for Teoscar. A chance for the Mariners to blow this game open. Be a good time for Teo to put one. Ty France continues to be a magnet. At least it was right off the elbow guard. So if you're going to get hit, that's the place to get hit. He really is a baseball magnet.
He does take one for the team. He's a tough guy.
Yep. We do have action in the bullpen. I believe that's Martinez getting loose for Houston. Nick Martinez? I think. Or is there another Nick Martinez somewhere else? Teoscar steps in. Blanco at 93 pitches, so definitely nearing the end of his outing. I'm sure the Astros with a 4-game series would love for him to go 6 and save the bullpen. Here is Teo. Big chance here for the Mariners to blow the game open. Swing and a miss on a good slider, 0-1.
And they're really going to have to. Oh, yeah, Sleepy. We talk on Facebook. And hey, Sleepy, promote the living crap out of me on that Facebook group.
The 0-1 pitch to Teo. Grounder, that's a fair ball. This could be 2. Now you just can take you out at first.
It's basically a bunt. Man, just bunt.
I'm surprised.
This team has the speed to bunt.
They really do crowd the play. Now, I'll take it. I thought Blanco had a chance there to get the double play. Big
out here's for Jared, man. And I want to call this one. I'm calling this one. I want Jared because Jared's my favorite player on the team other than Robbie Ray. And the reason Robbie Ray is my favorite player, it's a secret. It's a personal thing. Here is Jared Kelenic, and here's the pitch. And a ground ball, and that is foul. I thought I'd give Jay Tridence a little bit of save his voice box. It's probably just burned after I went off to some emergency work situation. But Jared Kelenic is 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice. He struck out, but he did score. Here's the 0-1, and it's a foul ball. Strike 2, and he's already down to that final strike. Rooftop, what do you think of Jared Kelenic? Yeah, terrible. It's a huge reason why he did not get the vote for the All-Star game. Had he done half decent, he would have definitely been a shoo-in. Here is Jared Kelenic with the 0-2 pitch. And here it is. And foul ball once again. And he's chasing all the bad ones. Like, Jared Kelenic's just absolutely chasing. Like, you could tell there's a difference where he's just not patient at the plate at all. He is really trying to make up for it too much. Rather, this is the time for just relax. Take some pitches once in a while. Come on, Jared. Let's get this going. And here is the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And once again, he chased at a really bad one. And that will retire the side. And the Mariners leave 2 men on. And here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Mariners 3, Astros 0, but may come back.
Flick, you're spot on. Just awful at-bats from Kellenic. Swing outside the zone, then one's right down the middle. He has been just hurting the team. And that's a big at-bat there. You make this game 5-0. You chase Blanco. You get him out of there. You probably get this game. And now, 3-0 in Houston. Not easy. Yeah, Kellenic has been, let's just say, carried by April. The problem is just not really any other options.
He's looking like the Jared Kelenic of last year.
Yeah.
Before September. But hey, just remember, he is the nickname of his, and I declare it, Mr. Late September.
He did have.
That's who he is. But yes, it is true that we're getting the old Jared back. It is very unfortunate because he was a huge part of this team, and now I don't know. And this guy was projected to be one of the best, and he gave me those reminders of that. He reminded me of Bryce Harper, but now people are saying trade the man. But I'm saying no, just stay with him. You just need the coaching, which the coaching we just don't have. And if we have like a hard ass coach. If we had a Lou Piniella, he would totally shape this guy up easily. Scott Service was a little, I'm so, yeah, just keep doing your thing, yeah. Let him finish it off. But I don't want to trade him because we're not going to get much value out of him at all. Like if he's bad, then there's no point of trading him.
I'm with you, Flick. I think Kellenic gets in his own head. I think he's got.
He is. Like I'm the same exact way. Yeah. I'm not much different from him. That's why he's my favorite player because our personalities are very. Like sometimes I feel that if I did meet Jared Kelenic, we could probably go on with each other for hours because our personalities are so identical. I'm also the same uptight guy myself, and I always do beat myself up. Yeah. But here's George Kirby, 69 pitches. I had to point that out. And here's the pitch. And that is a ball. And George Kirby's gone 5 innings, just waiting for what his pitch count has been. 70 pitches, so he's been quite efficient. Here's the 1-0. And here's the pitch. And check swing, did he go? No hesitation. He absolutely went. And that will be a strike one. Kirby, he is waiting for it. Here is the 1-1 pitch. And here it is. And that is a foul ball. He has gone to strike 2.
I agree, Flick, with everything you posted in there.
Yep. In just a few moments, you're going to see me filming myself making a YouTube short in a commercial break. First, I got to write it up. So during the offensive side, I will. And here is the 1-2 pitch. And strike 3 called, and that was outside the strike zone. Holy crap. And that is a strikeout for George Kirby. Went outside the strike zone. And who says the Mariners don't help the Wait. Who says the umpire does not help the Mariners? I think that is YouTube short worthy.
I agree, Fernando. He lets the bad calls kind of get to him. It was a shame because early on he was so confident and looked just so good.
He really was. He had the swagger.
Yeah.
And here's the pitch. And here's a line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. And does anyone want to bet that Scott Service is going to knee-jerk pull him out?
No, not now.
Because just remember, Scott Service did pull out Logan Gilbert after just 85 pitches, which I thought was very ill-advised. Rooftop only getting his only friends video ready to go. What?
I think he was joking about OnlyFans.
Oh, right. I guess so. Well, technically it is. So send some money if you can. Here's double play ball potential. Here's 1. Here's 2. And that is a double play. And beautiful. That will retire the side. And we are going to commercial break. And I got to torture you guys with some of my videos. And also, this is a promotion. Please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 700 subscribers. If you want 2 free tickets to a Mariners game. I'm really sounding much more fiery than I should, but here it is. On July 1st, 2018, the Seattle Mariners played the Kansas City Royals on James Paxton bobblehead night. Commemorating his moment with the bald eagle, Ben Gamble scored the only run for the Mariners. James Paxton struck out 11 batters, and Edwin Diaz got the save to secure a win for the Mariners. They were only a half game back from the division and had an 8-game lead on the wild card. And then the Mariners blew it completely and missed the playoffs. Also, I am doing a promotion giving away 2 free tickets to the Felix Hernandez Mariners Hall of Fame celebration game on August 12th. Subscribe for a chance to win. Yep, I'm telling you, subscribe for a chance to win. And once again, at the next commercial break, you will see me recording myself. You'll see me recording myself for my next YouTube short. It's called July 6th, 1998. And does anyone want to guess what happened on July 6th, 1998 in Mariners history? If anyone wants to take a guess, throw it in the comments. Oh, don't be a baby, flick of the switch.
I don't remember what happened.
All right, well, no one knows, so I ain't going to say it, but you'll see it in the recording.
I was probably playing Ken Griffey, the Major League Baseball in the N64.
Yeah, pretty much. I was playing Daytona USA, if anyone even knows what that game is.
I remember
that. Daytona!
There's the train.
And looks like we are back from the break, and Blanco is done for the day as, well, he gave up 3 runs. Now, if you're playing the Mariners on that perspective, you played awful.
I'll tell you, but for the Astros standpoint, he got them through 6. Like, this was their game that they were probably a little more like, hey, you know, with Kirby on the other side, get us 6 innings, and he kept them in the ball game. Here, do you want me to take over?
Yes, please.
Gino takes outside ball 1.
I'm only doing Jared Kelnick calls now.
There we go. Seth Martinez, 27 games, 411.
Because he hits a home run, it'll be great for a YouTube short.
I'll let you take over when Kelnick's up. We have a while for that, thankfully. 2-0 to Gino. Here's the pitch. Inside, 3-0. Kelnick throwing an excellent game, or Kirby as well, both of them. Where you got Kelnick on the mind, Wild Boar, no worries. 3-0 for Martinez to Gino. He swings at that 3-0 pitch. Soft fly ball in center. McCormick coming in, can't get it. It'll drop in. Gino, will he get into second? He's going to run for it, hustle in with a double.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it. Stop it. Thank you.
I was impressed when he hit the 2-run home run that you had that ready to go.
I was right there.
Yeah, McCormick must have been fooled by the swing a little bit. I was too, to be honest. Off the bat, I thought that was going to be pretty deep. Charge in, then it got away. So the Mariners with a runner at second, nobody out, which has seemed to be their kryptonite this season. And another run here would be huge. That will bring up the dumper, Cal Raleigh. 0 for 1. He walked in his first at bat, popped up to Pena his second time. Here is the pitch. Inside 1-0. We got Flick putting in the call for a Cal home run. I would love to see it.
We would all love to see it.
Or moving the runner over, something the Mariners have seemed to struggle at. 2-0. Cal's certainly not going to be bunting, but we're going to make it out, make it to the right side.
My recording equipment ready. Your guys are going to see me shoot my own short. And I might even release it during this show.
Dangerous. The 2-0 to Cal fouls it off.
I've been
2-1.
I guess I live on the edge when I do this stuff.
Carly, I hope the Rams are bad so the Seahawks can blow them out. But I think early on in the year they'll be okay because they'll be healthy. I just don't expect them to stay.
They were completely unhealthy last year.
That's the thing. They'll have Donald, Stafford, and Cobb, which does make
but Stafford's kind of just broken at this point.
So, Cal line drive, fair ball down the right field line. That should score Gino. He's lumbering on home. Oh, I don't know what happened with Tucker there. I think he's trying to deke a throw and maybe get Cal go to second.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it. Stop it. Thank you.
Had a big dumper. That was a smart play by Tucker. I thought he threw out
barely fair ball. I think the umpire kind of gave to us.
Yeah, that was close. And then Tucker tried to deke Cal. I thought he blew his arm out or something in the middle of the throw. Here's big Mike Ford, 4-0 Mariners, 2 batters in to the 7th inning. So the Mariners playing a little add-on, which is good to see. See what Mike Ford can do. The pitch, swing and a miss. And a breaking ball inside, 0-1. Good pitch.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, announcement. Jay Trident Podcast Night, not only will we have a post-game show, but we will also have a debate show on whether Nelson Cruz should join the Mariners.
Here's the pitch outside to Mike Ford, 1-1.
And the Trident disagrees, but I'm all about the nostalgia.
I'm okay. Like, if they did it, I wouldn't sit there and go, this is stupid. I just, we'll talk about it later. The 1-1.
Oh, the catcher was really trying to sell it.
Yeah, it was outside, though. Good call.
TLDR, no?
What's TLDR? Nelson. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about Nelson Cruz today. Two and one to Mike Ford.
Oh,
big fly ball. Deep
if that was Vogelbach, that would have been fair. That was the Vogelbach home run.
Oh my!
When that actually was foul, but the umpire just wanted to say home run because it was cool.
2-2 pitch. Outside 3-2.
Okay, I was just joking. I'm saying that it could be useful. Nelson Cruz knows the atmosphere, knows the team, could be veteran presence. It's more than just that. And yes, I hate Disney doing their nostalgia crap too.
The 3-2 to Mike Ford. It would make a fun Disney movie to have gray-bearded Nelson Cruz come back and carry the team, though. The 3-2 pitch.
Oh, struck out. And that was, it was a bad call, but don't forget, they gave it to Mike Ford in the other pitch, so this was more of a makeup, so you can't really complain that much.
It's a ball.
And this guy strikes out too much.
Ball borderline. For some reason,
oh, Tom Glasgow's on TV. His daughter was in my second grade class.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I remember one time. So here's what happened. So we were supposed to go bowling, but apparently we went like an hour too early. So Tom Glasgow came up with a brilliant plan to just take us over to his studio when it was Northwest Sports Report or something and gave us a tour to stall time.
Oh, that's awesome. I know he's been with the Mariners that long. Oh, Scott's been tossed. So we have an ejection. Scott's gone.
Good. Now we can't get bad decisions.
Or was Mike Ford tossed?
Because he was arguing the call.
Yeah, it might have been Ford that was tossed. I'm not sure here. Again, with no sound. If you guys can let me know and Rooftop know who is Scott.
Okay, they're saying the inconsistent strike zone, but the umpire he's been inconsistent mostly in our favor. So there's nothing to complain about that, Mr. Goldsmith.
Well, I mean, that was a ball.
It was, but the umpire's been off, so.
Yeah, but sometimes that's the frustration, even on both sides. It's just like hasn't been. Remember Schwarber last year when he got tossed, he was like, it's been on both sides. So it sounds like Ford's getting his stuff. Ford's gone. Probably both of them is my guess.
Well, we can't get bad decisions anymore. So at least we can't blame him if we lose. And that is a strike.
That's it. Oh, Scott's still there. So I think it was just Mike Ford that was tossed. Unless Scott's just waiting. 0-2 on Caballero.
I'll check the Twitters and see what they said.
Yeah.
Mike Ford was ejected. I think. No, Scott is still alive. Said nothing about Scott's service.
Yeah. It was Ford that was tossed. So the Mariners will need a new DH. Looks like Sleepy. Looks like it was Mike Ford.
It was Ford. So now we lose a power hitter. Hence why we need Nelson Cruz. He could have backed him up.
Caballero with the fly ball to center field. McCormick coming over.
It looked like it really was going into the gap at the moment.
I thought so too off the bat. Just hung up long enough. 2 down. That will bring up J.P. Crawford. JP stepping in, home run in the 3rd inning, solo shot. Runner at first, 2 outs. Mariners did out a run this inning on a single by Cal Raleigh. And the pitch inside 1-0. Houston, Texas Dave, welcome in to the stream. Good to see you. Probably an Astros fan, but we have no problem with that. Welcome in. Hope you're enjoying your game.
Probably one of my favorite fans, maybe. I don't know. But hey, Houston, Texas Dave, I have some videos on Yordan Alvarez. Check it out.
2-0 to JP. Cruz and Pollock have some APs and homers and Ward. Wild Boar, you and Rooftop can debate that. I'm with you. I don't think Cruz is going to help. 3-0. And at least Pollock has some defensive value. It's very minimal, but but I also get this team trying to find bats, so I don't think it'd be a terrible move. I just don't think it's going to help. The 3-0 pitch to JP. Outside, ball 4. Good at bat. Time for Julio to come through with some runners on. Mariners are a fun team there.
He got on base.
Sometimes they are. He did. Sometimes the Mariners are fun. I haven't had fun doing the games with the Rooftop, that's for sure. But
we always have fun, win or lose, and I get some nice YouTube shorts out of it, and it's gotten me some subs.
True.
And as you can tell, I did do some of the voicing adjustments. I was able to find out to get rid of the broadcasting voices and put my voice in there.
Strike 1 to Julio. I didn't see the pitch thing there. It looked like a strike. Yeah, bottom of the zone. That's in there. That's a strike. 0-1 to Julio. Misses down low. 1-1. Chance to break this game open. Julio can put one into the Crawford boxes. Make this game 7-0. The 1-1 pitch. Ooh, just missed down low. 2-1. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Evening up. Houston, Texas Dave rooting for Julio in the All-Star game. Yeah, I think it's cool that I don't know Julio how deserving he is. He's been all right, and it's good to see that,
he only got it for the name. It was for name. It was for the ratings. They couldn't do it without Julio.
I don't blame baseball for doing that. Swing and a miss 2-2. Baseball needs to market their stars better, anyways. So,
let's say if All-Star Game was in Seattle and Ken Griffey was around, not having Julio would almost be the same thing.
Exactly. And his numbers are good enough that you can justify it. You know what I mean? It's not like he's hitting 119 or something where you can't.
It's not like he got an invitational.
Yeah, exactly. 2-2.
Yep, strike 3, and that one was an obvious one. And we are going to sing the 7th inning stretch. I'll do it.
It's actually a good time. I gotta go.
Ba ba da 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 da. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Woo! Yep, glad I got that out of my system. And too bad he just wasn't there for it, unfortunately. Here we are into the commercial break. I'm waiting for the Jay Trident to get back so I can do my quick little recording. And looks like he is here. And here is the filming of my YouTube short. On July 6th, 1998, Ken Griffey Jr. competed for the 1998 Home Run Derby, where he was in the home run chase along with Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. He nearly turned down the appearance, but after conversations with Joe Morgan and Frank Robinson, he competed anyway and beat out Jim Thome to win his second home run derby. I gotta test that sound. I kind of sound a little bit husky there.
On
July 6th, 1998, Ken Griffey Jr. competed for the 1998 Home Run Derby, where he was in the home run chase along with Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. He nearly turned down the appearance, but after conversations with Joe Morgan and Frank Robinson, he competed anyway and beat out Jim Thome to win his second home run derby. Okay, I think that worked out.
Cool.
Yep. And also, make sure to get me to 700 subscribers if you would like your tickets to the Felix Hernandez game. And Kirby is still pitching at an 87 mile an hour, and that was a strike. He is at 76 pitches. He has been absolutely efficient today. Quality start. Here it is. And it drops it in for a ball. But George Kirby, he has been outstanding, and he's been heating up quite a bit this month, in this past couple weeks or so. But George Kirby, he is waiting for it right now. And here is the 1-1 pitch and the swing and a foul ball. And when you're at strike 2, it's pretty good chance, especially off a foul ball, to get more subs if you quit singing. Wow. This guy's savage.
I know. Flicked
and here's the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Is it a swing and a miss? Nope. It was a foul ball.
Cal dropped it. Cal dropped it.
It looked like it was a foul. It really looked promising for it.
Yeah, Cal just couldn't hold on to that foul tip.
Kirby, he is taking his little time. And here is the 1-2 pitch. And here it is. And that's a ground ball, and that is foul. So this is where the wear and tear comes from. Yes, the Mariners should win this game, but hey, a 4-0 lead to Houston's equivalent is a 1-0 lead.
When was the last time the Mariners had a 4-run lead in Houston? Did something happen? I don't remember.
Yes, it was game 1.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It was that specific game. And Kirby, he is waiting. He looks like he's got it. He's got what he wants. He's taking his time. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's a line drive, and that is a base hit. And there is a runner on the board, and I wonder if this is the time Service is going to go, oh, crap, the sky is falling. George, get out of there. I guess we'll find out in just a few moments. But if I see Scott Service coming out, you know I'm going to have some kind of reaction. All right, good. Looks like he's not coming out. But it looks like Cal Raleigh's getting some kind of something. Who knows what it is?
I think the glove. I think the thread's on. I don't know. Maybe a pitch comm.
Be very curious to know.
I think it's a pitch comm.
Hey, at least Robbie Ray won't be asked to come in late.
Never know. Never know. Maybe the right arm Robbie will come in.
Who knows? Yeah, that would be great.
Just for
here's 81 pitches for Kirby, and here it is. And that is a ball. And looks like Kirby's starting to lose a little bit of something. Who knows? Or maybe he was just trying to fake him out.
I would imagine
You can't really be for sure. Chas McCormick, he is over 2 with a flyout. And here's the 1-0 pitch. And that is a fly ball, and this could be trouble. And Kelenic makes the catch. And I thought that was going to be trouble.
I did too, off the bat.
Just by that angle. But luckily, Kelenic was there with his hustle. And one thing you can count on Jared Kelenic, he usually does play good defense.
Oh, yeah. Never questioned his effort at all.
He has the effort. So that his head lets him play defense, but his head, it's all about the hitting. That is the problem.
That's a tough catch, too. Sinking line drive like that, those are not easy.
No, and for someone that's played softball, I can see what you mean. And here's a ground ball, and that is foul. And this is Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena, the man who killed the Mariners in Game 3 of the Division Series with that 1-0, with that home run in the extra innings. Y2K.
Y2K.
Yep.
Good to see you.
I remember we were told to party like it was 1999. And here is the 0-1 pitch. Kirby's really taking his time on this one.
Yeah.
And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. At one point, I had Jeremy Pena on my fantasy baseball team because I thought he was going to break out.
Yeah. He was a World Series MVP also, on top of killing the Mariners.
Oh, my gosh. He really
Killed me
did.
and my wife.
And Jeremy Pena is waiting for. Here's the 0-2. And that is a foul ball. Now I'm just checking how my baseball team is doing right now. My team name is Fire Scott Service. Oh, God. Matt Brash is on the bullpen. I wonder how that's going to go.
It's going to go amazing.
No. I don't see that happening. I see a meltdown. Oh, look at that. We got Montero, the guy who magically turned amazing for Houston off that trade.
Speaking of Mariners meltdown.
And here's the 0-2. And that is a ball. It looks like that was purposefully located.
Yeah.
He was trying to get him to bite. JP has been consistently low in outs above percent win-out since winning the GG.
Yeah, I know he was pretty rough last year. I haven't checked this year.
He was, yeah. And here's the 1-2. And that is a fly ball, but should be playable. Cal Raleigh is just waiting for it. He's there. He makes the catch, and that is 2 outs. What's wrong with Matt Brash? Not good in high leverage situations, and this is still a high leverage situation because you're playing Houston.
And the JP defense thing, I'll be honest, that's one I kind of go with the eye test, and I feel like JP's look good to me at least. I know the numbers are there, but I feel like JP's been solid, to be honest. Sometimes there's some errors, but his range and everything to me looks okay. First percentile bouts. So he's been really bad. Wow, I'm surprised JP's been that low. I feel like he's been solid, but it's sometimes hard. Brat Mash. I'm going to start calling him Brat Mash.
Brat Mash. I like that. Brat Mash. Always giving me ideas on the shorts.
I'm surprised, guys, that JP's. What sparked the JP defense conversation? Just curious. Not that I mind it, but
88 pitches for George Kirby, and here's the pitch, and that is a ball. Got an 1-0. Corey Julks, or Yulks, I don't know how to say it. But he's now at 89 pitches. He's 1 pitch away from 90. If he can somehow get out of this fast, I think he'll get 1 more inning out of this. Here's the 1-0, and that is a strike. And the other thing, too, is maybe George Kirby don't pitch the All-Star game. I don't know. Just let him chill. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, it's one of those things where you never want your pitchers to pitch, but I'm sure they want to. So
they're going to somehow, some way. And here's the 1-1, and that is upstairs for a 1-1 count. It's a 2-1, 91 pitches, pitch clock going down, but George Kirby's using a bit of it, much of it. Here's the 2-1, and not a check swing. No, did not go at all. And that is a 3-1 count. And I think after this walk, my prediction is Scott Service is going to come out, and this is where Matt Brash would usually come in. Y2K Hob, we are the radio. We own you.
Sirius XM.
And here is the 3-1 pitch, and that's a ground ball, and that is a base hit, and looks like this is going to be trouble. It looks like they're going to have him run all the way. Jared Kelly, and there is going to be a play at home, and JP Crawford just bobbled the ball, and he lost the ball on the transfer. And that should be an error charged on him.
I think he was going to score there. I don't think they would have gotten him. I'm curious if they can show where he was when JP popped.
And now Scott Service is coming out. No, don't do it, Scott. No. Sit down. Sit your ass down. Do not do it. Do not pull him out. No, don't. No, he can get out of this. You don't need Matt Brash in this. This is a high leverage situation. Don't do this. No, sit down. No, George Kirby, tell him to sit down. Tell him that you're not a pussy. No, don't. No. No! No! Yep, we're done. Houston, Texas, Dave, congratulations on your victory. I'm already declaring it right now.
Matt Brash has actually been pretty good his last few times out.
Brat Mash. He's about to get mashed. Yep, that's going to be a YouTube short right there.
Yeah, that's not technically an error. And I think he was going to score anyways, but
it was a knee jerk. It's not. It wasn't even Kirby's fault. Yeah, he could have pitched a little bit better, but these two should replace the Mariners studio.
Well, we can join Rick.
Yeah, I'll join Rick Riz. No, I drive him nuts all night. Mariners will survive. No, they won't. Just remember game 1. That's all you need to know. And you know what? This is going to happen. This is exactly what is going to happen. I know this is going to happen. It's my prediction. I just feel it. It's the destiny. They blew a 4-0 lead last time.
I agree with you, Wild Boar, to be honest. You're facing Maldonado. It's Brash. It's 1 out. I don't have a problem with it.
Robbie face Yordan Alvarez.
It's going to happen.
One of the
just
most
watch.
feared hitters in the game.
That kid didn't have to cry.
Second base, the pinch runner. Pena, the runner at first, the tying run. Alvarez launches deep right field, and this one is gone. And the Astros walk them off in game 1.
You know what bothered me about that kid crying? Now, I understand, but he should have been reminded that it's the Mariners. They weren't going to hold it anyway.
See, the problem
they
is
could have had a 7-0 lead, and they still would have lost.
I was with people like, oh, I feel bad for that kid. I'm like, nope. And I was like, this is before. I'm like, nope, I don't have any sympathy for that kid.
I don't, only because we were playing the Mariners. If it was any other team, okay, fine. But yes, Scott Service does hate me. He really does. If I was in the interview, if I had credentials and I asked him a very tough question, hey, why did you put Robbie Ray there last year? Because he had a 3-something batting average. Why'd you do that? Get him out of here. That's what would happen. Man, I'm getting a lot of juicy ideas for shorts.
Right? 60 strikeouts and 34 2/3.
Ooh. Okay, here's Matt Brash, and we're about to get mashed. And here is the pitch by Brat Mash, and swing and a miss with a 99. I will give him that. He has a beautiful fastball. The way he pitches, it's so catchy.
If he could just
here's blind Madris. Looks like they're going with that lefty-righty matchup. He sounds like a pinch hitter. Here it is, and it's a ball. He's 2 for 17, but it's about to be 3 for 18 when he hits a 2-run homer because Matt Brash does do that. And it's a 1-1. Matt Brash, he's waiting. He's going to pitch another inning after this. And here is the pitch, and that is a foul ball, strike 2. Man, you really hope that you just hope that you can just get out of it. You really do.
And they'll go Munoz 8th, Seawald 9th, more than likely.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? And here's Matt Brash, the 1-2, and that is a ball. Yes, absolutely. Matt Brash needs to develop a splitter. If he can just get a splitter going, he is the most dangerous pitcher in the bullpen in all of baseball.
Yeah, if he could have a third pitch. Better
Matt
control.
Brash isn't as high leverage, he says. He's not. And here's the 2-2 pitch. And check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. And the side is retired. And you got lucky. That's all I'm going to say.
I think Brash did a good job. I think that was a nasty pitcher that came in and struck out a bad hitter. I think it was a good spot.
Yeah, bad hitter. Yep, someone handed it to him. That's how negative I am. I know.
I'll go anti. Nice move by Scott to go get Matt Brash there.
Yep.
Let's see how we can disagree and not block each other on social media.
I know, right? And plus, I need people that disagree with me. It builds the show. And
I
plus,
mean, I would have been fine leaving Kirby in there. I wouldn't have had a problem letting him get through that. But I will say this. I don't like Brash starting innings because he just doesn't have that command for it. When Brash just has to get one out, he can just kind of go max effort, throw everything he has at it. Bases loaded, no. I don't trust him bases loaded because he just gets too wild. But in a spot like that, I'm okay with Brash there.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, with the one out, I don't like him starting innings, and I don't like him with bases loaded because I don't trust that command a lot. But yes,
we are an inspiration. I guess we are.
That is some truth
I mean,
right there. Dirty baseball.
Who else does shows like this? I don't see the Mojos doing it. Oh, and I don't see Couch GM do it. Oh, because he has credentials. Never mind. I don't need credentials.
That's one thing me and Rooftop both agree on. We do not want to interview players. I don't care what their favorite ice cream is. For the record.
Hey, Julio, what's your favorite ice cream? Or I'm going to say this. Matt Brash, why do you suck in high leverage situations? Get him out of here.
But see, that's isn't that it? Like, I would. I mean, if I interview Matt Brash, like, hey, what do you think the issue is with runners on and what hasn't been working well for you? Those are the questions. I don't care where George Kirby likes to eat.
And that's what they're all doing. They're asking all these silly, cute questions. It's like a bunch of 7-year-olds asking these questions.
Mm-hmm.
He strikes out like crazy, but he's always risky. But if you need a strike, yeah, I know. But he does give up hits, though. So it makes up for it. So it pretty much just offsets.
He has allowed some inherited runners to score. Listen. That's
exactly.
Here we go. Here's Ty France versus, speaking of former Matt Brashes, Rafael Montero, who was the original Matt Brash in 2021. Ty swings and misses 0-1.
Part of that Kendall Graveman trade.
That's right. Yeah, he was in there, wasn't that's right. 7.08 ERA this year for Montero. Ty up the middle. Right there is Dubon. Flips it over to first for the out. So Montero's kind of been 2021.
I would like to see what they asked about him on that. But man, I don't like anyone on Seattle Sports Radio. They're kind of just I mean, they work for the Mariners organization, so they have to kiss butt, but still, I think even if they weren't kissing butt, they would still say the same thing.
And that's the problem with a lot of those. They're all team sponsored. So it's like, here's the pitch.
They have to say it or they're fired.
Yeah, like I love Goldsmith and stuff, but they can't get on there and be like, this is pathetic. What are they doing? You know what I mean? Because they're employed by the team. 1-0 to Teo. Outside 2-0. One out, nobody on. Top of the 8th, 4-1 Mariners. The Astros did score a run in the bottom of the 7th on an RBI double by Corey Julks. I'm not sure who the new catcher is right now. The 2-0. And there for strike. I don't know if Madris is a catcher and he stayed in there or if somebody else came in. Anybody has that info to pass along to us, please do. Also out on there himself, not only with.
As some of you can see, I'm multitasking at the moment.
The 2-1 pitch to Teo. Fly ball, hit foul. Mr. Dave Wyman said Jordan Brooks was good in pass coverage. Is Jordan? I mean, Brooks has good speed. I don't think he's been good in pass coverage, but he has the skill set to be good. I don't know now after the injury. The 2-2 to Teo. Line drive right to the shortstop Pena and a very quick 2 outs here in the top of the 8th.
Man, this is going too fast.
Right? give Rooftop here, guys. Wild Boar said K, as in, are you asking if there's a strikeout, Wild Boar? Oh, Will JKK. Yeah. You know what? I'm putting in a call.
Oh, here's Jared Kelnick going against Montero. And here's the pitch. And that is a strike. Now, just remember last year, Rafael Montero was the reason why Julio was out for a few weeks. Although Julio shouldn't have swung into it, it was clearly intentional. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is a ball. And this time, JK, he was patient for that moment. Maybe because he knows a little bit about Rafael Montero since they were teammates for a split second. But here's Montero, 1-1 pitch on 9 pitches. And that's a foul ball. He chases another bad one. You just see it right there. He's just chasing. That's not even where his home runs would be.
Was that per PFF Y2K? Just wondering. I didn't look up much, so I didn't know if he was.
Andres Munoz in the bullpen at the moment. And here's the 1-2 to Kelenic, and he takes it for a ball. Ball 2 for Jared Kelenic. Rafael Montero on 11 pitches, former Mariner, was atrocious for them, and then all of a sudden became good for the Astros for a time being. And here is the 2-2 pitch, and that's a ground ball, and this should do it. Rafael Montero throws it, and that will retire the side. And time for me to show another YouTube short. And looks like Andres Munoz, it looks like he's in motion, and looks like he will replace the Matt Brash.
I'm surprised at that Y2K. Interesting stats, but you would think with his speed, especially coming out of college. But I know his speed was always, instead of, how can I word this? Like D-line to the, you know what I mean? It was more this way versus this way, if that makes any sense. So I'm trying to say Y2K. Hopefully you know what I meant. That's where his speed was. So that makes sense.
The Seattle Mariners played the Oakland A's. The Mariners fell early by giving up a sacrifice fly, but the Mariners tied the game with a Justin Upton home run. Later in the bottom of the 9th inning, Abraham Toro hit a game-winning hit, and this started the eventual 14-game winning streak. And here's a reminder, I am doing a promotion where I will give away 2 free tickets to a Felix Hernandez Mariners Hall of Fame celebration game August 12th. Subscribe for a chance to win, but I will only draw for the winner if I have 700 subscribers by the end of July.
It finally happened! A perfect game!
Yep, and remember, hit that subscribe button for your chance to win those tickets to a Felix Hernandez Hall of Fame game. And hey, if I had Mr. Beast money, you'd be getting the Diamond Club for sure. That would just be chump change.
Right. Seriously. You all go there together.
Yeah, exactly.
Banner at the bottom needs stopped out. It's 4-1. Banner still says 4-0. It's hard to remember the banners sometimes. I always forget, and then like 2 innings later, I'm like, oops.
They're showing how good Kirby did today. Looking forward to see what his final numbers were if they show it again.
Yeah, Flick, I agree. The Seahawks linebacking core is rough. And then we
got pitchers coming up. Got Luis Castillo, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, which should be, you would think, a favorable opportunity for the Seattle Mariners.
Can't complain with those 3. I mean, that's what you want against Houston. Don't have to run Malone out.
I'm going to say we're going to drop the La Piedra game.
That'll be a tough one. So Saturday is going to be tough, too, against Valdez.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Andres Munoz is on the mound. 21 strikeouts on 4 walks. That's pretty good strikeout to walk ratios, I will say that. And now it looks like Andres Munoz just takes it for a strike. There's Munoz, 0-1, and here it is. And that is a ball, and that was a blazing 98-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm also multitasking at the same time, too, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but that's what I'm doing.
A play-by-play for you?
No, I got it. And ground ball, and that is foul. All right, here's Munoz. He's working on a 1-2 count. And here is the pitch and another fastball, and that is another ball. Mauricio Dubon, he is 0 for 3. He's been getting drilled by George Kirby today. Hopefully Munoz can do it. Here's the 2-2, and that's strike 3 called, and that is 1 out. What a nice fastball by Andres Munoz. This guy is just an absolute beast.
There's nothing you can do with that pitch. Like that's
nothing you really could have done. Not at all. Munoz looks like the devil on the mound, but just this soft-spoken kid with braces otherwise. And here's a ground ball, and that is a base hit.
I see. I talk about an unhittable pitch, and Bregman puts one up the middle for a base hit. Can't get anything.
You can't really stop the Bregman. It's really tough. I think Bregman hit a home run against Munoz last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was in the game we've talked about a few times in the 8th inning.
It was. Alex Bregman, first hit versus the Mariners this season. So the Mariners have handled him pretty well.
Dangerous hitter coming up here in Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker, absolutely dangerous. You got to get him. You got to get out of this. You got to hit into a double play. And that is inside, and it nearly went out. Nearly went to the backstop, but Cal Raleigh with a last-minute stop. Kyle Tucker, he's waiting. 1-0 pitch. 7 pitches for Munoz so far. And here is the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that looked like that was a splitter, I think, that Andres Munoz gave him. Good pitch by Andres Munoz. Took a risk putting it in the dirt. Astros rally time. Yep, I am behind all that. Here is the 1-1 to Tucker. And that's a ground ball, and looks like they'll just get one. And Ty France easily steps in. And that is 2 outs for the Houston Astros. But can they hold this?
Wild boar, I agree. Munoz is just, you close your eyes, you swing, and you can get a hit off of it, you take it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to both our channels if you're new here.
Absolutely. And Munoz is about to pitch, and here is the pitch, and then right down the middle for a strike. Munoz pitching to Jose Abreu. And here is the 0-1 pitch. And that is a fly ball. Will that be enough? I don't think so. Here's Julio. He's waiting for it. Makes the catch. Made sure he did not make that error against the Giants. And that will retire the side. And I must do this because I felt so good about it. That will be 1 up, and that was 1 left on base, and we are going officially to commercial break. You guys are going to be tortured in just a few moments.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Man, flick of the switch, really just like, wow. Just no mercy whatsoever.
I find the music very relaxing in the commercial.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't you just think of it? Why can't they just think of it that way?
Nice thing too, Munoz only 11 pitches, should still be available for tomorrow. So that's some good news there for the Mariners. The Blue Jays are coming to town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, July 21st, 22nd, 23rd. We always know how much fun that series is when Toronto takes over, or the Toronto fans take over in Seattle. But we do have bragging rights over Toronto from the playoffs from last year, so can at least say that. We are in the top half of the 9th inning. Mariners with a 4-1 lead, trying to add on. If you can add a couple runs, save Seawald for tomorrow. Montero back up for
absolutely. A second. And here's the good vibes only.
Inside, 1-0. Gino 2 for 3 today.
You should get some different sponsors. Well, help me get to the subscribers goal to get me more attention.
Sponsors.
I agree. I want multiple sponsors. Like, I want this show to have multiple commercials.
Trust us, we would love to be able to put on like 30 commercials.
And then you guys will be complaining about too many commercials.
Down low 2-1. They'd miss.
They're gonna complain either way. They're complaining for one commercial, and then when they see like 30 of them, like, oh, that commercial's annoying. You should stop that.
They would miss the classics. The 2-1 pitch from Montero to Gino. Down low, 3-1. Gino, if you can get on.
You should approach Dick's Burger.
Approach Dick's.
Any food recommendations at the Mariners ballpark? I have some videos of me eating some food there.
The 3-1 pitch. Fly ball. Deep center field. McCormick going back. A multi-home run game for good vibes only. A solo home run.
All right, guys. Good vibes only. Don't forget it. Stop it. Thank you.
I just couldn't say anything at that moment, but I was like, is that gone? Is that gone? It looked like it just by that motion of it.
That's what I thought. The bat. Gino, is the power coming back? That is something.
Knock on wood, fool.
Talk about all the things the Mariners could use to have a big second half. Gino, with the power coming back, would be one of the biggest things for this team. Multi-home run game for Gino, 420. Not too many balls hit there to dead center in Houston. 5-1 Mariners.
And here's the thing, like, one of my goals and dreams of this channel, not only building a YouTube channel to just talk about myself and talk about how amazing I am, but I also would like to help some small businesses advertise themselves.
1-0 pitch to Cal Raleigh. Swing and a miss, 1-1. The comments are, yes, we are getting Mariners, Montero. Yes, Elliot, agree. That was a big home run. Good vibes only. Never heard of them. Only heard of Dick's Last Resort. I haven't heard of any of this place. I'm not in Seattle, so you guys are on your own for these ones. 1-2 to Cal. I see Jared Kellenick's hair. We'll see who pinch hits for Mike Ford up next.
Does anyone want to take a guess who it's going to be? Probably Tom Murphy. I'm gonna say Tom Murphy on this one.
I'll say Dylan Moore.
Dylan Moore, yeah, he could use some reps.
Yeah, might as well get him. Murphy would be the best choice for that at bat. The 2-2 pitch from Montero to Cal. Down low, 3-2. Good take by Cal. Cal's had some pretty good at bats. He walked and had an RBI single. Would love to see the dumper go deep here.
Dumper was our hero last year.
Yep. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, 4-2. Paul 4 and Cal.
It was 4-2. You are correct. Oh,
Sure,
and that commercial break, Houston, Texas Dave, I'm going to show you some food recommendations. Not recommendations, they're just more food reviews. Oh, and Marine Layer Podcast did hijack my idea on food reviews. Although I did consent. I was like, yeah, you should do it too. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Right. Should have trademarked those. Flick is an 8.
I should have.
It is Tom Murphy. Good call.
Told you. It was Tom Murphy.
Rooftop calls it. Good call. Foul ball. Or Murphy fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Murphy, 280, 5 homers, 10 RBIs this year. That's good. Good call to go with Murphy. He's the best bat there. Try to add on. 0-1 on the Murph. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yep, I have some foods to show. If you're wondering if you want to know what you're going to eat for the Mariners game. It looks like number 48, Topa.
Rooftop's favorite. Justin Topa getting home. Did Murphy go around? He did not. That's a ball. Just when we thought we weren't going to get the rooftop blow up, Justin Topa is warming up in the bullpen.
I'm not going to blow up. I only blow up when Scott Service is like when I'm watching him walk. Thoughts on extending Murphy? We probably should if it's friendly contract. Oh, looks like double play ball is inevitable.
There's 2. As soon as we talk about it, Murphy's an interesting player because if you fall out of it, I actually think Tom Murphy's a really interesting trade piece that could get you a lot.
Looks like they're showing some parallels. 1998, Junior wins second crown. Junior goes back-to-back in 99. 94, Junior wins first title. Julio's national debut, whatever. And here's Caballero.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. I don't know what that graphic was they had up there.
It's 5-1. And also be aware, post-game shows coming up for the Mariners after this game and a debate video.
The 0-1 pitch to Caballero.
And looks like that's going to do it.
I thought there was a runner. Oh, Murphy double play. Sorry, guys.
He did double play, and that will retire the side. And no runs, no hits, one man left on. And we will be back after watching me eat some food. And I hope you guys are ready for some food stuff.
So here's this Mariners helmet, also full of my nacho bundle. Check that out. So how much was this? When I got this, plus the Sprite, $33.08. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it really quick and see how it tastes. It's actually pretty decent. Now, the bigger question is it really worth $33.08? Because the helmet itself was $24. So you have to account to this helmet plus the nachos. So I'll find out later and see if it's really worth it.
So I went ahead and did some research and compared the prices between getting the nachos at a Mariners game or just getting the nachos at a restaurant and buying that same similar type of helmet. So at one of my favorite restaurants, Hops and Drops, which is around in Washington, the nachos I would typically get is $16, and it has a lot more stuff in it. It has a lot more cheese, has a lot more toppings on top of it. And it is something that you can actually share with amongst all your friends. And then when I looked at the little plastic bowl helmets on Amazon, they were selling for about $3 a piece. So cost-wise, you're better off getting the stuff outside of the stadium.
They did look good, though. I'm not gonna lie.
They did look good, but then once I got into halfway, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Justin Topa is on, and Houston, you just got life. He's going to make something dramatic. I guarantee it. Oh, boy. Here we go. I'm not looking forward to this. Justin Topa with a 3.13 ERA, but don't let that ERA fool you. He gives those up in very critical situations. 28 strikeouts and 10 walks, but he gives up a lot of hits. I'll say that. See, even Root Sports doesn't even want to admit what his opponent batting average is. And Topa, he is about to. I don't know if this is a save situation. I don't think it is. No. Here it is. No. Inside for ball. Sleepy, have you had grasshoppers at the roof at the stadium? Yes, I have. It's actually not that bad. Good fiber. And I mix it with chicken wings. Here is the 1-0 pitch. 0-2. Houston, Texas Dave. Justin Topa's got your back for this comeback. It's not going to be a 1-2-3, Sleepy. I'll tell you that. And here is the 2-0 pitch. And this time it's a strike with a 95. They're not that bad. It's good fiber. Ty France. It's a 2-1. And here it is. And that is a fly ball to deep right field. Going back. Teoscar, is he there? He makes the catch. Oh, a slight heart attack moment. I really thought that was going to be gone. It did look like it from that angle. But we got one out so far. Yep, he took a nice little swing. And also, post-game show is coming up right after this game. And also a debate video on whether Nelson Cruz should join the Mariners. Here it is. Oh, went inside and it almost hit him. Chas McCormick is batting 6th in the order. Topa with 5 pitches. Yep. Oh, looks like they already know what's going on, but just by the chats. And here's the pitch. And that is a ground ball. And here's J.P. Crawford. He throws the first and he's out. They just called him out. And what a play by J.P. Crawford. You just couldn't tell if he was going to be out or not.
Wild board there.
Well, what a play by J.P. Crawford. Way to be ahead of that one. And that will be 2 outs. And they're showing it. And what a nice backhand play. Took one bounce and he was out.
Oh, yeah, he got him.
He definitely got him.
By JP.
And now we've got one more out. One more to go. One more feels like a lot, though. But here, who do we got right now? We got Jeremy Pena, the Mariner killer from last year. Was a huge part. And here is the pitch. And that is a strike. And that was a +1 for that one. Jeremy Pena, he is 0 for 3. Fouled out in the 7th inning. I think that was the big dumper. Cal Raleigh gave the dump. And here's the pitch. And that is a fly ball, and this should do it. Jared Kelenic is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Mariners will take game 1 of this 4-game series off of Justin Topa with a 1-2-3, and the good vibes only. Eugenio Suarez with that 2 home runs, and I just got to do this.
All right, guys, good vibes only. Don't forget it. Stop it. Thank you.
Yep, and the Mariners are celebrating, and they are about to handshake, and still got 3 more games to go. Hopefully the Mariners can get a sweep out of this one. If they can, it would be absolutely huge, be a huge momentum booster. So something that they are going to need. Tips my nachos cap to the Mariners. Yep, and thank you, Houston, Texas Dave, for being on this show. Hope we see you again. But unfortunately, this may be our final show of this series already due to unusual circumstances for tomorrow. And also other things include weekend I work. Don't quit your day job. Sunday, my schedule's a crapshoot. So this is going to be the final show of this first half. And now let's get into the postgame show. The Seattle Mariners took game 1 of this 4-game series with George Kirby striking out. Looks like it was, it doesn't even say. Okay, take 2. So the Seattle Mariners just won their first game of this 4-game series with fantastic pitching by George Kirby, 2 home runs by Eugenio Suarez, and a home run by J.P. Crawford, and some amazing defense. What a game this was, and what great pitching it was. They gave up 1 run. That was a Kirby thing and a little J.P. Crawford whoopsie. But other than that, the Mariners handled it with ease, it seemed like.
Yeah, honestly, like a pretty stress-free game here. The Mariners jumped out got that early lead on the Geno 2-run home run. JP solo home run. George Kirby didn't really get into too much trouble in this game. A couple runners reached second, but I think it was all with 2 outs. So nothing really, like, this is the least amount I've sweated during a Mariners game, unlike Monday with that 9th inning when we were all
yeah, we were all sweating. But other than that, it was a fantastic effort by the team. And maybe I made this a little bit more dramatic than it should have been, but that's my job.
It needed to be. We needed a little drama there. And you know, just George Kirby, fantastic start before the All-Star break. So great to see from George. A series of Mariners absolutely have to win, in my opinion. Like, you got to take 3 to 4. If you want to get something going this season, you've got to get this series. And they got 1 in the bag. And now you've got your best other 3 pitchers besides George going the next 3 days. So a good chance. And also big to see Geno with 2 home runs. If this team's going to get turned around, guys like Geno finding the power is going to be a huge reason for the turnaround if they can get it going.
Absolutely couldn't agree more. And now let's look at what is there for tomorrow. We got Luis Castillo, 5-6 with a 3.05 ERA. He's been a little bit streaky this season. Still somehow made the All-Star game. And Hunter Brown, the other Houston pitcher, he is 6-5 with a 3.76 ERA, has 103 strikeouts. So he will get the strikeouts when needed. And now let's take a look for Saturday. And Logan Gilbert looks like, not Logan Gilbert. It's going to be Brian Wu against Valdez, so that will be a tough matchup. But Brian Wu has came a long way since that debut. That ERA has been going down rapidly, so we maybe expect that to be a pitcher's duel on that one. And then Sunday, to conclude the first half of this season, it's going to be Logan Gilbert against Brandon Bialik. And hopefully the Mariners can close this out. As much as I want to sweep, I would think maybe the 3 of 4 is going to be more realistic, but anything less than a 3 of 4 would be an absolute disappointment, because we can pick up some ground on Texas, pick up some ground on the wild card. And let's take a look and see if it even made a difference in the standings as well. Hitting that refresh button, and let's see what happened. Now the Mariners are 4 games back and 7 games back from the division. Now let's take a look around the league and see what happened. We got Cleveland's winning, don't really care. I guess there's not really much factors. The Rays lost, who cares? White Sox or Blue Jays won. The Yankees lost, so that was maybe a little bit of a difference there. And Texas Rangers also lost, so they've been falling apart quite a bit. But on the Mariners side, we're talking 2-1 against the Tampa Bay Rays, 2-1 against the San Francisco Giants. So that's 4-2, and now 5-2 in their last 7 games, in case you haven't noticed. So hopefully the Mariners can sweep the rest, because imagine going 10, no, not 10. Imagine going 8-2, closing the first half, which would be a very nice way to conclude the first half.
Yeah, definitely. They're starting to win series that they haven't been winning before. Like, they beat a good Rays team. They went on the road and won a series against the Giants. Obviously, a long way to go in this series, but a great start. And Texas has fallen back a little bit. It's been quiet because their record is still good, but I think they're like 11-16 in their last 27. The Mariners still play them 6 more times. The Angels just put Mike Trout on the injured list. I think Ohtani's out for a little bit. Rendon got hurt again. So it's that time of the year for the Angels. It seems to happen every year. Obviously not rooting for that. It's unfortunate, but it just seems to be their MO. The Yankees, who are 4 games up on the Mariners, when they've got Garrett Cole on the mound, that's a good baseball team. But without Aaron Judge, that's a beatable team. So just got to keep plugging away here. If they can win this series, and Houston's vulnerable right now with no Alvarez and no Altuve. They can still pitch, and we'll see Hunter Brown and Valdez the next couple starts. That's not going to be easy. But this is a vulnerable Astros team right now. Certainly not, as I'm sure Houston, Texas Dave would agree, not at their peak at the moment.
They are not, but they have been heating up, at least up until today, and hopefully the Mariners can ruin that, and hopefully maybe they'll put a sweep on the Houston Astros, because the last time they did that was in 2018 at Houston. So hopefully the Mariners can make something happen. And looks like that will be the conclusion of our post-game show. And now we are going to go into the Nelson Cruz debate. Now, let me start this off. So just a few days ago, Nelson Cruz was cut by the San Diego Padres after having a season like this. He had 5 home runs, 23 RBIs in 49 games, so maybe not so bad for such limited time. Batted .245, 283 on base percentage, and that strikeout to walk ratio is absolutely disturbing. 46 strikeouts on 6 walks. But I am one of those to say that I would like to see Nelson Cruz rejoin the Mariners just one more time. And Jay Trident Podcast, how do you feel? Should we also bring in Nelson Cruz?
I don't think so. If you guys haven't check out my video. I talked about Nelson Cruz and bringing him back. Listen, if the Mariners tomorrow, Cruz is a free agent, picked him up, I don't think that's like a bad move. And this offense needs some help. It's been struggling. AJ Pollock isn't hitting. Dylan Moore's not hitting. I have no problem with this team trying to get bats. I just think Nelson Cruz is done at this point. And his splits aren't even – it's not like he's mashing lefties. If he had numbers where he had even a 780 OPS against lefties, I'm like, okay, platoon him and Mike Ford. Let's see what we can do. But he's actually been better against righties this year. No speed, no defensive position. I don't think Nelson Cruz is the answer that's going to help the Mariners. I would pass on him at his age. I love Nelson Cruz, great guy. I think this locker room could use a Nelson Cruz, Carlos Santana type player. But yeah, with Y2K, I just think Cruz is washed. I think it's done for Nelson Cruz.
That's fair enough, because some of those things, like my other self would say, yeah, those are cases against it. And then maybe there's also the question of who are you going to move away? You're not going to move away from Dylan Moore. Maybe AJ Pollock, but there are times when we're like, yeah, let's get rid of AJ Pollock. And the second we say it, he just mashes a home run for whatever convenient way. But personally, I don't think AJ Pollock is the guy for the rest of the season. Now, here's why I have a case for Nelson Cruz. And yes, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. I will admit that. So there's a first reason there. Nostalgia reasons get the fans going, especially like the average Joe fans that don't really look at this kind of stuff other than we do. But Nelson Cruz, his prime was actually in Seattle. Yes, that was years ago when he was mashing 40 home runs for 3 seasons in a row. Even kept hanging around when he was with Minnesota. Even Tampa Bay, he was pretty decent too. And yes, he fell apart when he was with the Nationals. But my case is this. Sometimes it just takes a change of scenery. Because let's take a look at the situation where he is right now. He's in San Diego, where they're not exactly a winning team right now with that exploding kind of payroll, and it still did not work out. But with Nelson Cruz, you got a clutch bat, you got someone with leadership qualities, and you got someone at least who has proven to hit. And yes, he may be a fossil, but like I said, sometimes that change of environment can make it happen. It did happen before with Ken Griffey Jr. back in 2009. Yes, that was a nostalgic move, but he was actually an impact for that season. And that's where I think Nelson Cruz could be that impact. Because if you remember, in those last few years of Griffey, he didn't really have much impact on the team. Even when he was good, the impact still wasn't exactly there. But then when he came to Seattle, impact was there. And not only was it a offensive standpoint, and it's not like he was great in the offense. He batted like 214 with 19 home runs. But the clubhouse was good. Atmosphere was great. Ichiro was finally happy because he was disgruntled with that team for years. And it actually did work. Now, of course, it was all forgotten because Griffey just had to come back for one season. Some say that he was pressured to do it anyway. Then that's where he put in that 10 extra pounds, I guess. And then next thing you know, takes a couple Mountain Dews with him for a road trip to leave the team, leaving Jay Buhner going, where are you? But I think that's where Nelson Cruz would be useful. I think he could be that 2009 Ken Griffey Jr. And it's not like he's going to ask for much. It's just going to be a small signing. But another concern I guess I would have, other than the fact that he's an old fossil at this point, is if they do sign him, then that's where you have the John Stanton going, okay, yeah, we're done. Nelson Cruz, he is the guy that we are going to add for this offense. We're good. So, yeah, I guess I guess at best, now to think of it, after just talking through this, I go, oh, wait, maybe this isn't the best idea because it would give ownership an excuse to say, oh, we got Nelson Cruz. It's going to be 2015 again when he's not. So I guess I just contradicted myself that maybe we don't do it. But if we do it, it's not going to be the worst thing ever. It won't be like Carlos Santana, but if we can get like maybe a half of that, why not?
Yeah, no, I don't think, and I see people's comments in here. I agree. The Mariners should upgrade over AJ Pollock. I just don't think Nelson Cruz is it. Yeah, it's a bat with the problem with Cruz just can't play anywhere. Like Dylan Moore might not be a bat right now, but he can at least play every position. It can pinch run for you. So he's going to add a lot more value. Even Pollock can play the outfield. That's going to add some value a little bit. And someone Y2K mentioned Pollock is actually like his sprint speed is actually pretty good according to StatCast.
So I guess that's why they're probably not going to do it. And looks like Flick of the Switch said 10 pounds. That's being generous. Actually, yeah. And I saw a comment where Ken Griffey Jr., there was a case where he should have been considered obese at the end of his career. And actually, I'm going to try to look up that comment and see where that was said. And I'm going to read it verbatim. Because when I saw it, it was pretty terrifying when I read it. I will admit it. All right, I'm looking for it right now.
And I'm with you. Like if tomorrow Nelson Cruz is a Mariner, I don't think that like automatic. I don't sit there and go, wow, this team's terrible. Now they have no chance. I just don't think it would change anything. It's going to be a bench bat that can't do much in the field. I mean, if he can run into a couple home runs, that would be amazing for you. I would love to see it. I love Nelson Cruz. I think we all love Nelly Cruz. I just think at this point, they should upgrade over AJ Pollock. That would probably be who Cruz would replace, even though it's a DH for outfield swap. But you've got, Dylan Moore can play out there, so you probably have enough depth to cover that. But it's just it just comes down to me real simple. No defense, no base running ability. It's a bat that truthfully has not been a good bat. And it's a shame. I love Nelly. I wish he was doing awesome. And I just don't think it's the answer.
Yeah, that's fair. And like I said, after going through the whole thing, I'm like, oh, wait, no, because ownership will just say, oh, yeah, Nelson Cruz is enough because he has a big name.
Right. Like, we got Nelson Cruz. What's your problem?
That's what they're going to do. Howard Lincoln would be boasting about it for days about it.
And then you'd have to do all the nostalgic. All they would tell you is like in 2016, Nelson Cruz like, yeah, that was 7 years ago. And all you'd hear is they just talk about 2015.
That's all they would ever do. Still looking for that. I'm still looking for those comments where they said that this guy was arguing that Griffey was borderline obese.
He was rough in 2010.
Oh, he was huge. Just looking at him was just cringe.
It goes back to what you said. Bringing him back was just the mistake there. Like, instead of
they should have just let him walk in 09.
And you had a great moment. He had that single in 09. They carried him off the field. Beautiful send-off. Yeah, let that be it.
But no, they had to ruin it. And the fun thing is, I remember they actually were intending to make Griffey just a part-time DH, which would have been pointless also.
Yeah.
But then they made him full-time because they were being cheap after getting Sean Figgins, so that worked out well. And I can't really find the comment of where it said, oh, I think maybe it was this one, 2009 versus Yankees. And this is going to take quite a bit.
Gosh, it was not too bad that Altuve and Yordan were in the lineup. But certainly, I think you're an Astros fan, but very beneficial for the Mariners' sake. And you know what, son? It's about when you play teams. And, I certainly never wishing injuries. I hope both those guys get back soon. But if I'm, as a Mariners fan, this is the time to play the Astros. The pitching's still fantastic, but good to catch them without Yordan and Altuve. I'm not going to complain. We're gonna give up some high prospect photos, focus on the draft. I don't know. I think the Mariners, they might. I'm really curious. The Poto is so hard for me to get a read on at the deadlines. Like Bavasi was easy. Zarenzik, you kind of started figuring out. DePoto's just always got something weird.
Jack Zarenzik was a do nothing at the deadline.
Yeah, that really, I don't know, that there was a figured out. Like I'll say that
2014, Tristan Orfia and Austin Jackson. Woo!
Who else did they get that year? That was it, wasn't it?
That was it. That was like their move.
I loved Austin.
And I remember back in.
Great.
Oh, I found it.
There we go.
So the guy commented, and that's the way you're supposed to look at that age. The guy goes, no. When you're an athlete, he probably could have done more to stay trim, but that's all right. And then this other guy goes even farther. He goes, not really. Having a body fat percentage of like 32% at 39 years old is pretty bad for a professional athlete. He's a millionaire who could pay someone to meal prep every meal and has all that time in the world and stay in shape. He got fat after the 2005 season and lost it. Just kept getting bigger. And this guy goes, you don't have to be on steroids to have a beer gut at 39, to not have a beer gut. Also, getting injured doesn't mean you have to be overweight. His diet was probably trash. And as he got older, his metabolism went down. If he ate cleaner and trained more, he would have lost 20 pounds at the end. And I chimed in going, nobody really talked about that. And there were many greats that kept themselves in shape and even did even better after, sometimes did even better at retirement. He just got too complacent, which is true. Because if I remember, I think everyone acknowledged that Ken Griffey Jr. never really had a good diet, even his days in Seattle. his workout was playing the game, and he got away with it because he was so gifted, and the metabolism was just insane. But then once it got to 30, and we all know as men, when we get to 30, it just goes down. Like, I'm even struggling to lose weight, even like after like intermittent fasting, and that's not even enough. If I was 20, oh my God, I'd be losing 10 pounds in like no time.
Right.
But that was Griffey's problem. And many people kept saying, "Oh no, it was just bad luck of why he kept getting here." No, it was because the guy just couldn't stay in shape, had no work ethic, had literally nothing. And look at Ichiro.
Yeah.
Look at Ichiro. Crazy work ethic, and he played till he was almost 50, like more like 45. Jamie Moyer, crazy work ethic. Barry Bonds, yes, he took the steroids, but he had an insane work ethic and hit 73 bombs close to 40. Imagine if Griffey really worked on his body. He would have been maybe 1,000 home runs.
Wasn't that one of the complaints? And I could be wrong in this. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that one of the complaints about Felix too? With some of the work ethic things outside of, remember in 05 rookie, then he came in 06 and he was so overweight.
He was. And then someone like basically put the hammer on him and just dropped that weight. And once he did, and then he also never adjusted his pitching. He just kept trying to throw bombs, and then his arm just wore out. And there was really no difference between his fastball and his changeup at that point. So he was pretty much a dud after like 2016.
And that's the thing, because you see guys like Verlander has held on for so long, and some other guys, and Felix just wasn't able to. I'm not trying to question anybody's work ethic, but I do remember reading there was a couple things with Felix that there was some questions about how much off the field he had put in, and Felix is amazing. I'm not whatever works, but it's just a shame that he couldn't kind of, like you said, couldn't adjust and become that Verlander or whoever, into their 40s and, stay as like a middle of the rotation guy or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say something, but I completely forgot. But man, Griffey with the no work ethic. It's just sad. But here's another thing. Justin Verlander, we all know what his real motivation is of staying completely in shape. He has a wife named Kate Upton Verlander. When you have someone like that, of course you got to be a tip-top shape. Especially when you're married to someone like her. So, I mean, hey, if you date a hot woman, that probably means... And remember what they said in Moneyball, ugly girlfriend means no confidence. And yep, Verlander sure was up the confidence to motivate himself to get into shape. And I think, other than that, I think this is all we've really got. I can't really think of anything else. But other than that, this is most likely, very likely, our last show of the half. But at some points, we will be, of course, we'll be back for the second half. We're going to do a lot more of these because it has been growing my channel. It's been giving me the subs. It's been giving Trident the watch hours that he needs. And once again, if you could please give us the subs, especially me, because once again, giving away 2 free Mariners tickets to the Felix Hernandez Hall of Fame induction game August 12th. But in order for me to draw the tickets, I need 700 subscribers by the end of July. And I will do the drawing shortly after. And also, DM my Instagram or my Twitter to enter your name into that system. But other than that, I think this is it. But yeah, Trident says he might go live tomorrow. I'll obviously be on his channel because I will be in no capacity to even push a button. And for the situation I'm going to be in tomorrow, there's no way I'm going to even be there. And then the show will be a complete mess. But that's it for the show today. We'll keep you guys updated as usual on when the next show will be. And until then, have yourselves a fantastic night. Go M's, and here's to hoping that we get that sweep or at least a 3 out of 4. And have yourselves a good night. I was waiting for the Trident to say something.
Sorry, oh my bad. Love you guys. Thanks everybody for joining. Don't forget to hit that sub button for both of us and hit the like button on the stream to help get it out to more people. Have a great night,
Absolutely.
guys.
And one more thing to say. Did you hurt yourself singing? Probably. You guys hurt me with your comments.
I know this is not a very inclusive. I thought we were supposed to celebrate everybody's.
Yeah, give me a participation trophy for singing. I mean, my singing was so beautiful that Jay Trident was just had to leave crying because it was so beautiful.
I just didn't want to embarrass him with my beautiful singing voice.
Yep, but anyways, that is it. About to hit the end button, and once again, go M's.